But first, let's send it back over to the news desk with Stephen.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Listen to this. AAA is warning West Virginia drivers to know gas prices are soaring. They say the national average for gas is now $3.38 a gallon. In West Virginia, gas is at $3.26 a gallon. That's 19 cents more than what it was a month ago and well over $1 than it was a year ago. The rise in prices is due to higher demand, higher crude oil prices, and a decrease in the number of barrels available. Global oil production is still below pre-pandemic levels. Drivers in the state are now in a pinch.
It's kind of hard being a student athlete, especially I don't have time for a job. So it limits where I want to go a lot. So I have to choose wisely.
A representative from AAA says gas prices haven't been this high in 7 years. Halloween weekend is quickly creeping up. And if you're trying to think outside of the box, last-minute stages in downtown Wheeling might be your place. We asked the owner, Gail, what the Ohio Valley is dressing up as this year. She said classic rubber masks for characters like Jason are always popular, but 2021's unique costumes are those that are made by her hands.
We deal with people who have a really good idea and a really keen interest in, I don't want to look like I came out of a box. Or they could do steampunk. You could do something Renaissance, really elegant, really sophisticated. Or you could do some silly, goofy, furry animal with a big head.
And get this, you can rent these costumes, everything you need, for all one price. With renting, you just return it back when you're done with your party. That way, you're not stuck with Freddy Krueger for the rest of your Halloween days. Now, that's the real nightmare. We'll talk about a good boy. Look at Remington. You might have seen of Remington on 7 News before. He's officially been sworn in as a comfort dog with the Ohio County Sheriff's Office. Remy went through obedience training, was certified last month as a therapy dog, and is now ready to get to work after taking his official oath. The Ohio Valley Wellness Coalition funded his training, which began when he was just 8 weeks old. Now, at a year and a half, he'll be there to comfort kids when they come into the sheriff's office. He'll also be making visits to some local schools. To celebrate, he got a piece of his very own cake. We want to wish you the very best of congratulations, Remington. Hey, don't go anywhere. Is rain expecting to hit during trick-or-treating this weekend? Well, Aaron has those answers coming up in his full forecast.
The best in live and local talk returns momentarily on The Watchdog.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Lower your home's energy costs with Owens Corning panel insulation and get 11% off everything now at Menards. Foamular panel insulation seals buildings from air and moisture and is perfect for foundations, basement walls, or below a new concrete floor. Right now, save 11% on all Owens Corning panel insulation. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through October 30th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Hello, everyone, from the Watchdog. I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Thursday. Under mostly cloudy skies, a few peaks of sunshine, a daytime high near 68 degrees. You'll see a chance of a few passing showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two through the overnight with a low of about 48 degrees. With a high near 58 degrees, it's likely to see a few showers and storms around for your Friday. Keep the umbrella handy going into the weekend. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX.
the Watchdog.
People moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of the skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Vote for me and I'll set you free. Rap on, brother, rap on. Well, the only person talking about love, thine brother, is the preacher. And it seems nobody's interested in learning but the teacher. Segregation, determination, demonstration, integration, aggravation, humiliation, obligation to our nation. Oh, yeah. That's what the world is today. The sale of pills are at an all-time high. Young folks walking around with their heads in the sky. Cities aflame in the summertime. No, the beat goes on. Evolution, revolution, gun control, the sound of soul. Shooting rockets to the moon, kids growing up too soon. Politicians say more taxes will solve everything. And the band played on.
That's a good laugh. Most taxes will solve everything. Yeah, that was true in '69 and is still true in 2021. How you doing? I'm Bill. Across the way's Lola. Hopefully you know who you are, or you got some problems. It's Thursday, October 28th. Got some interesting guests on the platter today. All right. Got a steak, prime rib. We're going to start with John Wayner, one of the Pirate voices in the press box, to talk about the World Series, which I find quite interesting, especially with Charlie Morton pitching with a fracture in his leg. You know, I watched that last night, and I'm thinking, you know, me, I would be in an ambulance somewhere. He just kept on chucking, man. He will not be back until spring training. And, you know, I thought that he was one of the big-time pitchers that could maybe win 2 or 3 games in this World Series. Not going to happen. You'll see a lot of bullpen action from both teams. No World Series today. Last night, Houston, a lot of good hitting, a couple of home runs. They beat Atlanta 7-2. That series tied at 1-1. And the series will shift to Atlanta Friday night. Matter of fact, the next 3 games will be on Atlanta turf. It's a beautiful stadium, by the way. During the Super Bowl, I forget which one it was, the Rams, and I worked it and I forgot where it was. It was in Atlanta. It was the Rams and the Packers. We had a tour on one of our off days, and I got to see the brand new stadium, a nice tour and everything, and it's cool. Everything's convenient, too, and a lot of parking. So, of course, they weren't playing baseball back then, but still. Atlanta was a nice town. I've been there several times. I mean, the people are really friendly. You know, it's like in Italy. You're acknowledged every second you pass somebody, you know. Hi, how are you? Yeah. I say hi, how are you? Good morning to people, and they look at me like I'm an idiot. Maybe I am. Oh, by the way, across the way, behind the glass, can control the board, Lola Miller. Lola, what do you think of this Chicago scandal with the Blackhawks? The sexual assault? I watched a guy talk last night. I was started to cry when he was crying.
I saw him this morning.
Sad.
And the NHL, I was completely floored. Completely floored.
And then the coach of that team back in 2010 shouldn't have coached last night. He's with Florida. He's meeting with the commissioner today. I bet he resigns before 5 o'clock. Or told to resign. That's Rui.
Oh, it's really disturbing
Yeah.
is the fact that the guy that did it resigned rather than got fired.
Yeah.
And then he went on to coach one of the national teams, or, like an Olympic team. I don't know that
Was
it
that the general manager, Bowman, Scotty's son? He resigned.
But that's not who was accused.
But it's sad.
And then he went on to coach college and high school. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he's continued to coach all along when he should not have been at all.
That was 2010, yeah. And Kane, and what was the other guy's name? The two stars of the Blackhawks, Kane?
Taves.
Taves, yeah. They're now saying they should have said something at the time.
Something was said.
Yeah. No,
at the
by
ti-
them.
Oh,
By them. They,
All right.
they didn't, I mean, I wouldn't have said anything. Keep your mouth shut. You know, you should have said something at the time it was happening. I really felt bad. I started to cry. I saw tears coming from his eyes. I goes, oh man, that sucks. He's had to live with that every day, and now it comes out, and he's going to be reminded of it. Well, at least we don't have any Mike Tomlin walking out of a press conference anymore. They stopped talking about that yesterday, and Stephen Smith had to bring up the race card again. And I like him. I remember when he was writing for the Philadelphia papers. You know, he was a good writer in high school. He got all kind of national awards. I like him, but let's not bring out the race card, okay? Seems like every other day, white, black, Spanish. I mean, come on. Let's live a good life. Life is tough as it is. So I'm going to talk about liberty right now, Lola. It's Liberty Day. You ever been in the Statue of Liberty?
no.
Okay.
No, I have not.
I was scheduled to take the tour because I went to Ellis Island and spent about 3 hours there trying to find the boat that my uncle and mother came on. I found her boat, couldn't find my uncle's boat. Maybe he came over back in 1926 on a rowboat. I don't know. But the Statue of Liberty is 152 feet high, weighs 225 tons. Ooh, I get friends who weigh that much. It sits on Liberty Island. On August 3rd, 1957, United States President Dwight Eisenhower changed the name from Bedloes Island to Liberty Island. I like that. I kind of like that.
Your uncle, did he land in at Ellis, or
Yep.
did he go to Philly? My grandmother went
Yeah,
to
my
Philly.
uncle went to Ellis. And then he couldn't find Beaver Falls, PA, and I guess he ended up in South Carolina or something. I don't know. He would never talk about it. He had what you called silent lips. And I was reminded by him in a nice way, let's not talk about my days coming over here. But I know until 1957, when he got married to Rachel, okay, my great aunt, they lived together for a number of years. And when they kind of like adopted me or took me over or said, come and live with us, you'll get rid of your asthma on the farm, they got married. And then he finally got his papers in the 40s, so lived a good life. Never went to school, you know, couldn't spell 1 to 20, but he made a lot of money on the farm. Then when we moved to Washington, PA, he spent $50 a summer, 10 acres of ground, and you know what he did? He planted tomatoes and green beans, corn, and sold it to the area hospitals and stuff. Then we had the store. So he did very, very well. He was a street guy. But yeah, Statue of Liberty. I was going to go into it, but it was closed. I don't know if they were painting it when I was there, but spending 3 hours at Ellis Island, I'm standing out front and thinking of all the people that passed the Statue of Liberty and went through Ellis Island. They still have some of the old luggage from way back when. It's like a little museum inside the island. Then I went in this place where you can, you know, like check who came on the boats and whatever. And I have a picture of my mother's boat, okay? I don't know how people got crowded into that. My mother was in there with a baby called Billy. Ugh, because that's a long boat ride. Okay, that's that. We'll get to what's happening later. We're going to take a break and then take Sounds of Sports from one quarterback and one manager of a baseball team right after this. Thursday, October 28th, 2021. Stay tuned. We have Josh and Ryan coming in, and then from 2 to 3 to promote the big Christmas party tomorrow at River City, Jason and a special guest. He didn't tell me who it was. Maybe it's somebody dressed up as a chef, okay? And by the way, Lola's favorite four-letter word, not B-E-E-R, but F-O-O-D, is coming in during that show. So Lola, I hope you're hungry, because I am too. Right now, I'm hungry for a break. So let's take that break. AM 1600, we are the watchdog, your voice in the Ohio Valley.
This is Hoppy Kercheval. Join me weekdays at 10 o'clock right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe for Talkline. I have guests, conversations, texts, phone calls on all the big stories affecting us in West Virginia. So tune in weekdays right here on FM 98.1 and FM 97.7, The Watchdog.
Sports Map Radio is on all night long. Tune in to get up to the minute sports coverage on FM 98.1, AM 1600. We are the Watchdog.
Are you traveling? Working a little bit too much? Is your fur baby starting to get a little shaggy? Let Dirty Paws be your one-stop shop for all of your pet care needs. Stop in and see us at 202 18th Street or give us a call at 304-639-7754 to schedule your appointments for dog grooming, doggy daycare, and dog boarding today.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
It is a Thursday. That means Ohio State and West Virginia will be highlighted. At least their coaches will be. Neil Brown coaches show 6 to 8 p.m. on both stations, KKX and VLY. Then Ryan Day out of Ohio State versus Penn State. That's a great matchup tomorrow. The Ryan Day Weekly Coaches Show, 9 p.m., WVLY. And, of course, tomorrow, our Buckeye correspondent, Mr. Hellwagon, will be talking about that big game. It's big for Ohio State, real big for Penn State, okay? That's in Columbus, so I think people will start partying right now. I know State College, they party all week. I mean, there's nothing else to do, State College, right? They do have a couple of McDonald's and Wendy's in State College and a couple of bars. Other than that, it's all farmland. That should not be on your bucket list unless you're going there to see a football game. And tomorrow we have the Friday afternoon walkthrough from 3 to 5 with a lot of experts that will give you their knowledge of local teams, high school, college, and the pros. That's on WKKX/WVLY right after my show. And that's, of course, Football Friday. I was going to give you a whole list because I had a list last night made up. Can't promote it because we've already had like 4 time changes. So, and one more change I got to work on tonight. So it happens because a lot of these coaches are school teachers, okay? So, you know, whatever time we can have with them is good. So good for the audience. But I know one thing, the McLean brothers will be back on, back to back tomorrow. Friday, we have the walkthrough, as I mentioned, after the football show from 12 to 3. WVU, Major League, not major, men's baseball. No, men's basketball versus the Zips out of Akron on WKKX. We'll get back to the men's basketball at West Virginia in a minute. Oak Glen at John Marshall, 7 o'clock on WVLY, and the Metro News High School game night at 10 o'clock. Got to check in with that in case you missed any football games or scores on Friday. Back to WVU. I don't know how many of you read the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I get to print on Thursday and Sunday, okay? Maybe you get it on digital. But the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and I got to give him credit, although I'm not a big fan of his, Joe Starkey wrote an unbelievable story on Bob Huggins. It's like a page and a half. It's like War and Peace. A lot of great stuff there. And every time I see that 900 wins, I'm thinking, Coach, you got to be in the Hall of Fame. So let's put him in now. Let's not wait till he might pass away or whatever, he loses his scruples, you know. But, you know, it talks about, you know, his days in college basketball. how he had that great team at Cincinnati and there was a major injury, or else they might have won a national championship. And he got a lot of his insight and teachings on coaching football through his dad, who was a good high school football coach, okay? If you have a chance to read it, even if it's a small version on your cell phone or computer, read it. It's by Joe Starkey. Joe did a great job research. No, it's not Joe Starkey, Bill. It's the other guy, Ron Cook. Hold on. Yeah, Ron Cook. He wrote the story. Went to Morgantown and had a one-on-one with the coach. So I've met the coach several times. He is a great guy. I love him. I wish he was at Pitt. You know? But that will happen this year because the two teams will play basketball. And then football next year, West Virginia will visit Heinz Field. So, you know, we're getting West Virginia and Pitt together again. Hopefully they can do a whole lot more together. And it'd be real nice, and I don't want to harp on it, but I will until it happens. West Virginia should be a member of the ACC. Okay, as far as what's happening in sports in the last 24 hours, it's a sports night for the Penguins. By the way, let's not forget the Nailers. They recorded their first win of the season on the road, beating Iowa. The game played on ice and not in the cornfields. They beat Iowa 4-3. The Nailers are 1-1. The Penguins are in action tonight. The Pens are 3-1-2. They will host the Calgary Flames, who are 4-1-1. Tristan Jarry, Jeff Carter, Chris Letang out of the lineup tonight due to COVID-19 protocols. Maybe that'll change. I don't think so. Game 2 of the World Series in Houston, won by the Astros 7-3 over the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, the Astros brought their hitting close against one of the best pitchers in baseball in Atlanta. The starter there did not last too long, but let's hear from Houston Astro manager Dusty Baker.
They expect to do good. I found that out last year. We had some guys struggling, and they said, well, wait till the playoffs. And we barely squeaked in, and they said, hey, man, you know, we're going to turn it on in the playoffs.
One of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. I got a chance to interview him a long time ago when he played for some great Dodger teams. He's been in the World Series, but never won one. So maybe it's his year. I don't know. Maybe it's Atlanta's year. They're playing without 3 key starters. Who knows? Maybe they're the team of destiny. A lot of people are rooting against Houston because, you know, I'm sure the fans in Atlanta will boo the Astros for what happened a couple of years ago. I have forgotten about the banging on the drums or whatever, you know. I forgot about that, okay? But some of these guys are going to have to live with that for the rest of their life. Thursday night football, I hope to watch it. I'll go back and forth from hockey to this game. You talk about a great matchup. Thank you, NFL. The Packers, 6-1, will visit the only unbeaten remaining team in football, the 7-0 Arizona Cardinals, okay? In Cleveland Sunday, 3-3 Steelers visit the 4-3 Cleveland Browns. And Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, unlike Baker Mayfield, he's 100% healthy, and he felt good enjoying a bye week.
Yeah, very. It was very nice to have some time to rest, relax, and get it back.
Yeah, get it back. Baker Mayfield, he's not 100%. I wouldn't play him with the shoulder problems. Case Keenum did a nice job last week guiding that offense, and he'll have running back Nick Chubb back, by the way, who can run like Derrick Henry, you know. But he's expected to play. Baker says he wants to play. Lola, if you're his head coach, wouldn't you sit him down for a while?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, I would.
I mean, Baker's got that football mentality. I can play through anything. But he's injured. I mean, it's his left shoulder, you know. He might need surgery real soon, but I want to play. If I'm the manager, his boss, the coach, no, you're not going to play. We can win with the offense and our defense with Case. Case is one of the better backup QBs in the land. But Baker probably, number 6, he'll be in the spotlight tonight. If he starts, oh boy, the cameras will be on him 24/7. He probably can't even go to the sidelines and pick his nose without being on national television. Not national television, this is Sunday. Is that a national game? No, I think the CBS crew number 2 is there, all right? But tonight, it's the best. Do I want to stay up to about 12 o'clock? No. John Wayner is standing by. I'm going to ask him a tough question. Hey, John, you expect the owners to lock out the players this year? Because that talk is getting greater and greater, bigger and bigger. Can you imagine, Lola? Baseball's struggling now because the games are long, the rating numbers are low. And can you imagine if the players can't play next year? People will say to hell with them.
It's never done any league any good to have either a walkout or a lockout.
Yeah.
Fans get very resentful
Yeah.
of that. And I think they're a little bit more tolerant if it's a walkout than if it's a lockout, because you look at all these owners and you say, God, you're making gazillions of dollars off of everybody anyway. And, you know, you're going to lock the players out, lock the fans out, you know.
Fans can only take so much.
But no, nothing good has ever come from one of those.
I remember, what was it, 94? I covered the All-Star game because it played in Pittsburgh, and then after that, there was no more baseball. You know, I remember the one in 81. Oh. But you know what? The baseball union's one of the toughest in the world, and baseball ownership, they're tough. So please, I mean, these are difficult times. Let's not have a walkout. You know, baseball, I don't think it's the game, but in the summertime, when nothing else is happening, nothing like going to a baseball game. Now, if there's no baseball, no Pirates, guess who's playing baseball? In Washington, PA. The Wild Things. Maybe that'll mean more fans. I don't know. But we need baseball, Major League Baseball, okay? It's good for everyone. And I'll tell you what else is good for everyone. Listening to John Wayner, who played in the 1997 World Series, and his boss was a cool guy, one of the best, should be in the Hall of Fame today, Jim Leland. Wayner coming up right after the break.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. The FBI confirms the arrest of a man after 3 separate incidents that involve suspicious finds on the Ohio River. West Virginia State Police, working with federal agents, made the arrest overnight in Marietta, Ohio, and the individual, a male, has been incarcerated at the South Central Regional Jail in Charleston. Now, the suspect has not been identified, and the U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of West Virginia is expected to release more information later today about their investigation and the individual they've arrested. The arrest followed the discovery of a suspicious device on a Marathon petroleum barge, the third such incident on the Ohio River in the past week. A device was found last week in Pleasants County and another on a towboat near Williamstown Monday. A report of another device in Greenup County, Kentucky, turned out to be a false alarm. A Mercer County man and woman face charges of sexual assault and gross child neglect. That after the female victim, a juvenile, went to police to report having a sexual relationship with a man. 34-year-old Daniel Fitchko of Iraq is charged with incest, sexual abuse, and sexual assault after the girl claimed they had an ongoing relationship since she was 11. Also arrested, 49-year-old Tammy Hammonds of Rock, who investigators say facilitated and encouraged the relationship. American Legion Post 111 in Hamlin is forever known now for a native son. Members gathered at the post in Lincoln County Wednesday to rename it the General Charles E. Chuck Yeager American Legion Post. His widow, Victoria Yeager.
He gave him several pieces of advice. One was don't gamble, and the other was, son, don't ever forget where you came from, and he never did.
You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. An elderly woman is dead after a fire early this morning in Greenbrier County. The 75-year-old victim was unable to escape the burning home in the community of Quinwood. Her 34-year-old grandson was also in the home. He did manage to escape, but cause for the fire is under investigation. The Marshall Board of Governors meeting this hour, expected to make a decision on the next president of the university. There are 5 finalists for the job who have been interviewed. The person selected would assume the post after current President Jerome Gilbert leaves next July. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
Do you or any of your family members, neighbors, or friends own a property that you just want to be done with it? If so, call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you to take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. Call 614-470-2000. I buy properties as is. Make no repairs. Take what you want and leave the rest behind. We make selling easy. I buy vacant properties, pre-foreclosures, and inherited homes. I also buy apartment buildings, rental portfolios, divorces, death in the family, back taxes. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hey, man, what can I get you?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey, Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights!
With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice-cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? Check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
With the weather changing, it's good to know Toyota has a wide range of all-wheel drive vehicles, like a stylish Camry, right now with up to $1,250 total cash allowance. Or go with an Avalon with up to $3,000 total cash allowance. Visit buyatoyota.com today and find a dealer near you. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. Offers may vary for hybrid models. See your dealer for details. Offers end November 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Are you traveling? Working a little bit too much? Is your fur baby starting to get a little shaggy? Let Dirty Paws be your one-stop shop for all of your pet care needs. Stop in and see us at 202 18th Street or give us a call at 304-639-7754 to schedule your appointments for dog grooming, doggy daycare, and dog boarding today.
And the Nailers with the most dramatic of victories. 5 seconds left, they score.
Nailers hockey is coming back, and so should you. Join us for opening night, Saturday, November 6th. Puck drops at 7:10 at West Banco Arena. Kick the night off with a pregame fan fest with inflatables for all ages, plus postgame autographs. And each fan takes home a magnet schedule. Gotta get back to the excitement of Nailers opening night. Buy your tickets now. Call 304-234-GOLD or go to wheelingnailers.com.
Hard times are a way of life for many Americans. Ceylon Pascal discusses their stories in Living on the Edge, a new book she'll talk about tomorrow on the Watchdog Morning Show. Community activist Amy Jo Hutchison is featured on tonight's Jon Stewart's new Apple Plus TV program. She joins us tomorrow to talk about that experience, plus the Friday Roundtable with newspaper editor John McCabe and I, kicking around the week's local news. The Watchdog Morning Show begins at 7. I hope to see you right here.
A man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot of redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight. Far away, my well-lit door. Mr. Beer Belly, get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me Al. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and oh, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model now that my role model is gone? He ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal.
And we're back. That's one of my favorite albums. Have you seen the video of that? That's a great video with Simon and the rest of the gang, okay? All right, yeah. I just read Paul Simon's book. I wanted to find out what happened with him and Art Garfunkel. A lot of it was egos. One was mad because the other somebody didn't get credit on the record label. Such stupid stuff, these guys. Zillionaires fighting over their name on a label? Oh, man. I know one thing, I wouldn't want to get in a fight with this guy, John Wayner. But chances are his knees are as bad as mine, so I can outrun him if he gives me a 50-yard start. What do you think, JW?
Oh, I'm harmless. You don't have to worry about me at all.
Okay, hey, I got to ask you a question. Well, I got a couple for you. One, I'm going to put you on the spot because I like to do it. I'm going to put you on the spot on a couple of things. It's nothing as bad as if Coach Tomlin's going to Southern Cal, you know. Hopefully that's over with. Are you enjoying the World Series?
I'll peek at it. I have a hard time sitting and watching an entire game, but I'll go back and forth and, watch it. I find myself rooting for the Braves. I'm just a big Freddie Freeman fan, and obviously with Houston and the scandal and everything else like that, I'm guessing they're pretty much on their own outside of Houston. So, but man, there's some talent. Those are two talented lineups. I just wondering if they're going to have either team. It'll be interesting to see how their pitching holds up. I think the way they use the bullpens nowadays at this late in the year, you wonder. I think it's kind of a war of attrition. Who can get those big outs? Who can close out those games? But limiting those two offenses is going to be pretty tough through 7 games.
I know one thing, the Snitker family will have a World Series ring. Of course, one is the manager of the Braves, and his son is the hitting instructor for the Astros. That's pretty interesting,
Yeah, I literally didn't know anything about that till yesterday.
Yeah.
I read an article about that, and that's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty neat story going back to Brian Snitker's early days, and him after being done as a player and getting to know Hank Aaron, getting hired by Hank Aaron, and being with an organization. I've always appreciated those guys that have stuck it out forever. Because minor league, I think minor league coaches and the minor league staff, for the most part, don't get enough credit for the work that they put in and the time that they put in. And you always hope that they can get rewarded because the pay scale isn't great in the minor leagues, and and the travel and the headaches and the stresses of it all, the travel. I mean, just being away from family, the sacrifices that minor league coaches go through. I always think it's great when guys finally get rewarded, like Brian Snitker. That's another reason you have to root for I have to root for the Braves. You got to appreciate a guy that's paid his dues like he did.
Well, in a way, I wouldn't feel bad if the Astros win because a long, long time ago in another galaxy, sounds like a Star Wars commercial, Willie Stargell took a young Bill DeFabio, and he got to meet Dusty Baker. And, I almost had to tell Dusty at the time when he played with great Dodger teams, shut up, Dusty. I just asked you one question. You're going on and on. And he talked about Willie Stargell, and he talked about the Cobra. He talked about some great Pirate teams. So it wouldn't, he's been in the World Series. He's done everything but win. So if the Astros win, okay, that's fine. But I'm rooting for the Braves. What'd you think of Charlie Morton? He still was on the mound with a fractured leg, pitching. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You talk about guts.
I tell you what, first I want to touch on Dusty Baker, too. I've had the privilege to meet him a couple of times and talk with him a couple of times, and I couldn't agree with you more. He is a class act. I don't know what people think of him out there, and I don't know if there's enough good words to say about Dusty Baker. He is one of the better humans I've met in baseball. I just think he's always been just a super nice guy and gracious and humble, and you see him with all his batting gloves or wristbands and everything else, and you wonder what is going on with this guy. But he is a class act. First of all, he is an easy guy to root for, and so yeah, he is the one guy over there in Houston that I wouldn't feel bad if he got the World Series, just because I've had great conversations with him. But Charlie Morton. Unfortunately, we didn't get to appreciate Charlie as much as Houston and Tampa and now Atlanta has got to appreciate him as far as what he has become. I mean, he is, because all you heard about when we heard about this when he came over to the Pirates, that he didn't have enough guts and he didn't compete and this, that, and the other. And this guy, all he's done is win since he's left here. I mean, he has had a great career, a great postseason career. He's pitched in the clutch. He's pitched big games, and he's proven a lot of naysayers wrong, and he still does it. And then, for a guy that they said didn't have the guts to go out there and, take a comebacker off the ankle or shin or wherever it hit him and and then to go out there. Because I know adrenaline gets you through some pain. There's no doubt about that. I think football players and hockey players and basketball, all these guys play through a tremendous amount of pain, and I think adrenaline gets you through it. But after you take that shot, and then you have to sit in the dugout for 5 or 10 or however many minutes it took before he went out there, that leg had to be throbbing for him to go back out there and then continue to compete and try to execute and gut it out. Yeah, that says a lot about Charlie Morton and how he wanted to be in that big moment, and he still wanted to help his teammates win. That goes to show you. Yeah, this guy is a great human being. We knew that when he was with the Pirates, how nice of a guy he was and everything else, and you started to wonder, is he too nice? Well, it doesn't matter, how nice of a guy he is. He's had a great career, and it's a shame that his season had to end that way.
Well, if he's healthy, he could have won a couple of games in that World Series. Now the Braves, probably like the Astros, will abuse and use the bullpens. Both bullpens are pretty good. But Dusty Baker, after the game, and I got a quote, he was asked about Charlie. I'm quoting him now, well-liked, well-respected. He's really one of the good guys in Major League Baseball.
Yep, and so that stuff kind of resonates, and I think that kind of travels throughout baseball when you get to know a person.
Yep.
I know a hitter when they're in the batter's box against that stuff that he's still throwing 97, 98 miles per hour with a wicked curveball.
Yeah.
They don't care how nice of a guy you are, I guess, but you're in there trying to hit that stuff, which isn't easy. But that's good to hear again from a guy like Dusty Baker. No surprise that he would have high praise for Charlie.
Okay, you ready? I'm not going to hit the dump button. I'm going to swear. 7-letter word. Tell me what you think. Lockout. You think we're going to have a lockout by the owners?
Hard to say. I don't know how that's going to end. Whether, obviously the CBA is going to expire here at the end of November, and who knows how the discussions are going, or what's going on right now. Obviously, with the World Series going on, I'm sure reps from both sides are there, and whether they're having any kind of in-depth conversations or not, who knows? I just know that this sport has gone through a lot the last several years, especially the last year and a half with the corona, that the fans, obviously attendance is down. A lot of that's due to empty stadiums, but even when the stadiums opened up, the attendance is still down, and I think the last thing the sport can use right now is any kind of work stoppage or a freeze or a lockout or a strike or whatever you want to call it. I think that both sides probably realize that the sport is a bit fragile right now, and that it's not going to do either side any good to not play next year. So that's where I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that they are smart enough to realize that any kind of lockout or strike would crush the game, and who knows if how many fans you lose. I mean, you're always going to have the diehards that are going to come back, but there are certain fans out there that might not want to put up with it and might turn their back to it. So I know either side, they're going to want the things that are going to benefit them. The players are going to want more free agency and more of the revenues to go in their direction. I think the way the free agency has gone, even before COVID came, that they weren't happy with the way the market has kind of fallen for the players, and so they're going to try to get more for their players and to get compensated and the way they feel they deserve. And I know that the owners are going to sit there and make their case that the revenues aren't there to give more, and and so those are the major issues. I don't care. They could sit there and talk about DHs, and they could talk about rule changes and everything else. It's all going to come down to the players wanting their fair share, and the owners to get their fair share, and that's what they got to hash out. Now, I don't know if there's going to be enough time from the end of the World Series to spring training to hash out those major differences. So for me, they're going to have to come up with some common ground, even if they have to put a freeze on the CBA and go into next year with with the rules that are in place now until they hash something out. But I think it would be devastating for the sport to have any kind of stoppage.
If there's a stoppage in the major leagues, that affects the minor leagues too, right?
Not typically.
Oh, okay.
Normally, that they'll continue to go out there and the minor leaguers will still play. Obviously, the owners need revenues to pay the minor leaguers and the minor league staff and insurance and everything else that they have to pay, travel, and so there's obviously. I think when people start looking at major league payrolls and they look at, well, they're bringing in this much money and they're only spending this much on major league payroll, that's where I guess I can defend the owners to an extent, because there's a lot more expenses than just the major league payroll, and they're significant. So, as far as revenues, I don't know where they get the revenue to pay their staff and their minor leaguers, but as far as in past history, when there's been a stoppage, the minor leaguers still have their seasons and they still get to develop and everything else like that. But that also, that affects those guys, that affects the owners, that affects a lot of different people. I would expect if there was any kind of stoppage as far as the major league teams are concerned, the minor leaguers will still play.
All right. Are you in favor if both leagues have the DH or not?
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of the DH. Never was a fan of DH. I don't mind that it's in one league and not the other. I know that that's a little bit different once you play. Obviously, these next three games, the Houston Astros pitchers are going to have to bat, which is different. And so I think the National League ends up having an advantage, just like the American League has an advantage at home. But I just think the tradition of baseball and the strategy of baseball, I think it's just a better game when there has to be decisions made, when to take the pitcher out, when to pinch hit for the pitcher, when you have to double switch, when you have to, the lineup changes so much when. You get to pitch to a guy before you have to pitch to the eighth hitter before the ninth hitter, so you can pitch to him differently. And I just think there's a lot more strategy and a lot more. For me, it's intriguing. And being a role player my entire career, I'm obviously a fan of the pitcher's batting, because that affects my playing time. That affects, my usage. That affects my job. I mean, I don't know how many players lose their job if there's a DH in both leagues, because I think there's value in a utility player or a bench player and how he's used, and to be able to, have a bench that can come through in the clutch, or to, the pinch hitting and the double switching and everything else. I just think that, you're going to lose some players that maybe aren't everyday guys, aren't valued as much. So that's me on a selfish personal level. That's why I like it. But I just think it's a better game without the DH. I just think that there's more strategy involved, and I think the manager has tougher decisions and more decisions to make without the DH.
Well, you see, I'm an oldie but moldy, okay? I like to see the old guys. Take the DH away. Henry Aaron's career would have been shortened. How about Dave Ortiz? I just think if you're an older guy, and maybe you can help, but you can't field, the DH would be perfect for you.
Well, that's why it works in each league. I think that's why, you should, that guy goes to the American League. I mean, that if you're good enough and you have enough value, then, yeah, you find a way to get him on your team, and you have a place for him. And, yeah, Edgar Martinez, Paul Molitor, and, like you said, I don't know if you mentioned Dave Winfield, but, yeah, there's a lot of guys that their careers lasted longer, and yeah, that's why I would never sit there and say that take away the DH from the American League because of those types of players. But as far as the National League is concerned, I'm a big fan of having it the way it is.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? I bet the house and the wife's life insurance policy on this trio. You've heard about the big golf tournament at Oakmont involving 6 sports celebrities. On my team, that I'm betting on to win, Pierre LaRouche, Mario Lemieux, Jay Caulfield. I think they will beat up on your team made up of John Wayner, Greg Brown, and Steve Blass. Am I right?
That would be a slam dunk win.
Yeah.
On your yeah. That would be a.
By the way,
pretty
the
easy
winners
win.
get beer for a lifetime.
Yeah, that would be. Not only see that's a little unfair because you're talking about some big money on that side. They can buy their own beer on that side for the rest of their lives. They can all retire right now and they'll all be okay. I'm not so sure with me and Greg. How that would work, but there's no doubt in my mind we'd get crushed. We'd need about 25 strokes each.
25? Okay, I'll tell Jay. I'm going to tell Jay John Wayner says he's going to kick your butt. How's that?
That's fine too. Hey, I know. I mean, I don't know where any of those guys are. I know I've heard Pierre LaRouche and Lemieux can play. I know Jay's a pretty good golfer too.
Oh, he's outstanding.
I know he plays with Rob King a bunch, and yeah. As far as Steve, if he hasn't already turned 80, he's close to it.
Wow.
Me and Greg are hackers.
By the way, our friend Jim Leland, was he on it or something, or he was on one of the talk shows about a charity recently?
I'm not sure. I know he was on one of the radio stations.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly
I got to find out.
sure.
I was going to find out. So. Okay. Well, maybe we can trade. Nah, I don't want to trade Blast. I don't want to trade you. I don't think they want Greg Brown. Is he a good golfer?
No, me and Greg are hackers.
Okay.
For the most part. And Blast used to be a single digit. I don't think he's a single digit anymore. He was a single digit handicap, but he's, like I said, he's getting up there. I'm not sure if he's shooting his age anymore.
How about Walkie? Does he play golf?
No,
He likes to shoot rattlesnakes. I know that.
Yeah, he'd much rather shoot a gun or something than hit a golf ball.
Yeah, and you know what? The winners, they don't need a lifetime of beer. I mean, Mario bought a team. What's he need beer? Pierre hangs around with Mario. I mean, every time you see Mario in the press box, to his right, drinking courtesy of Mario and eating courtesy of Mario, it's Pierre LaRouche. Jay Caulfield, I think he does a great job as a color analyst,
I do too. I think he's great. I think it's wonderful. Watching the hockey game and then the way they break it down in between periods and post game. That's pretty interesting. That sport. For those who haven't watched it live, is by far, I think, the best sport to watch live. I just think that as small as that ice is, nowadays these guys are all giants. It used to be that Lemieux, when Lemieux played, he was the giant. Now everybody's Lemieux's size.
Yeah, you're right.
And so your ice is shrinking. These guys are so big and fast, and not only the decision making and how quickly these guys can move the puck and how they seem like they have eyes in the back of their head. That by far, I think, is the greatest sport to watch live. I think you appreciate it even more, that sport, and you need someone like Jay Caulfield and Colby Armstrong. What's his last name? Armstrong. Colby. Who's the other guy?
Armstrong.
Yeah, Colby Armstrong. Yeah. You need those guys to break it down because it's almost impossible to keep up with on TV. To me, I watch it on TV more times than not, but watching it live is a treat.
By the way, if there's a walkout, I'll hire you. I can't pay you very much, but it's all the free beer and food at the ballpark. There's always the Wild things to go watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Wild. I mean, and I've said this many, many times. I'm sure on your show as well, Bill, but. Whether it's the Wild Things or it's in Morgantown or Altoona or Erie or wherever. I mean, minor league baseball is great entertainment. I mean, it doesn't matter what level. You're not only going to go watch some talented baseball players play, but I think the teams do a wonderful job of entertaining in between innings, and it's great family fun. I mean, that's what I miss about the minor leagues probably more than anything else is the laughs in between the innings.
Yep. Well, I'll have to have you come out on a Thursday, on Thirsty Thursday, where beer's like $1.
There you go. You can't beat that. I didn't know they had that anymore. But
Oh, yeah. And Wednesday is Wiener night. Wieners, hot dogs, $1.
Well, that would be, given my last name, that would be more
Wiener, yeah. The world awaited. Remember that? You don't remember that commercial. Who was it? Cons Wieners, the Wiener, the world awaited. Next time I promote you to be on the show, the Wiener, the world awaited. I'm confused already. One last question. I got about a minute. During the lockout of '94, which I remember, I covered the All-Star game in Pittsburgh, and then there was no baseball after that. Were you with the Pirates in '94?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I was down in the minors most of the year. I literally just got called up. In the first game that I played in, I dove for a ball. I didn't know it at the time. It was early in the game. Yeah, I finished the game, got x-rays after, and had a broken thumb. So I had 4 at-bats that year. I think I went 1 for 4. And then by the time I healed up, we went on strike, or I was at a lockout or a strike. I don't even remember. I guess it was a lockout. So that was that. Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll talk in a couple of weeks, okay?
All right, Bill. Take care, man.
Thank you, John. John Wayner. The Wayner the world awaited. I don't want to say Wiener, but that was a Cons commercial back in the 60s. We'll be right back with the dynamic duel. That's what they think. That's what they'll tell you. Josh and Ryan, right here on the radio station, AM 1600.
The sound at night, the screaming tires, the busting glass, the painful scream that I heard last. Oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1 W251CY, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7 W249DU, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. After months of tense negotiations between progressive and moderate Democrats, President Biden announcing a smaller, but he says still mighty, social spending plan, urging Democrats to adopt his $1.75 Build Back Better proposal, along with the traditional bipartisan infrastructure deal.
If we make these investments, there will be no stopping the American people or America. We will own the future.
The programs include expanding child and health care, and he says will be paid for by having everyone pay their fair share of taxes.
The Build Back Better framework will have a 15% minimum on the largest corporations, a minimum tax of 15%. The top 1% of the wealthiest Americans evade, it's estimated by the experts, $160 billion a year in federal taxes. That's wrong.
The president now headed to Europe for the G20 and climate summits. Lawmakers on the House Oversight Committee hearing testimony from oil executives and industry leaders this hour about the climate change crisis and what's being done about it. ExxonMobil CEO Darren Woods.
ExxonMobil has long recognized that climate change is real and poses serious risks. But there are no easy answers.
Executives say they're walking a fine line between investing in clean energy and providing fossil fuels that the world still relies on. Families of victims of the 2015 massacre at predominantly black church in South Carolina have reached a settlement with the federal government.
9 worshipers were killed at Mother Emanuel AME Church in Charleston by a gunman who shouldn't have been allowed to buy the weapon used in the shooting. Dylan Roof had a criminal history that should have prevented him from owning a gun, but there were problems with the background check, enabling Roof to carry out an attack that Attorney General Merrick Garland said inflicted immeasurable suffering. The settlement provides for multi-million-dollar payments for each family of the deceased and $5 million for each injured survivor.
ABC's Aaron Katursky. You're listening to ABC News.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Iran proposes a timeline for the return to nuclear talks.
Iran's chief nuclear negotiator, Ali Bagheri Khani, tweeting Tehran will resume negotiating, quote, before the end of November, though he did not give a date. The White House cautiously saying it'll wait for confirmation from European partners. It remains unclear if Iran's new hardline president will honor the agreements already reached after 6 rounds of previous talks in Vienna, or if he'll demand significant changes. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Analysts are predicting this holiday season could be one for the record books. ABC's Daria Albinger tells us why.
The National Retail Federation, the nation's largest retail trade group, is predicting holiday sales will shatter last year's record-breaking season and could rise as much as 10.5% over last year, even with ongoing supply chain problems. Shoppers could shell out almost $860 billion.
A big change coming to Starbucks. Employees will be making at least $15 an hour by next summer, and in some areas, workers' base pay could reach $23 an hour. That pay increase comes amid the ongoing labor shortage. Starbucks offering seniority raises and $200 recruitment bonuses. The World Series now tied at 1 game apiece. The Astros scored a 7-2 victory over the Braves. Game 3 tomorrow night in Atlanta. This is ABC News.
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers greater confidence in you. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030.
I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN. The Ohio Attorney General's office says a Columbus City Schools teacher is accused of paying a 16-year-old girl he met online for sex. Olivia Eugenio with affiliate station WBNS-TV in Columbus reports.
60-year-old Robert P. is charged with 1 count of compelling prostitution. The Central Ohio Human Trafficking Task Force says their investigation began about a month ago after they received a tip.
We've identified a few targets who are trafficking her. So as soon as we realized that he was engaging in sex with a minor, we wanted to get him arrested so we can get him away from the kids.
Records show P found the teenager through an online ad, arranged through text messages to meet her at a hotel, and paid her $80. In Columbus, Olivia Eugenio.
And in suburban Toledo yesterday, more than 900 people came to the Lucas County Recreation Center to get a COVID-19 booster shot. Kaylee Kirby with affiliate WTOL-TV in Toledo reports.
There was a long line waiting outside of the building just to get in to get the booster shot. There was a line for most of the day. Health Commissioner Eric Zaginski says these shots will help continue the downward trend we're seeing.
The vaccines that we get now are also going to help us with any potential variants down the road. Whether it's going to curb them, stop them, or keep us out of the hospital, those are all important things that we all should look at.
Kaylee Kirby reporting in Maumee.
And I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
Thank you for riding with the Watchdog. Live and local, just the way you like it.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding. Over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
This is Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Tomorrow.
School board races don't tend to get a lot of attention, but this year, a couple hot-button issues have driven a surge in the number of candidates in many communities. Before you head to the polls, do your homework. Know where the candidates stand on the issues that really matter to make sure you pick the best people for the job.
Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next flooring project with 11% off everything. Update your home with Great Lakes Flooring. Vinyl plank is waterproof, durable, and easy to install, making it perfect for any active lifestyle. Right now, get 11% off all Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through October 30th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
And the Nailers with the most dramatic of victories. 5 seconds left, they score.
Nailers hockey is coming back, and so should you. Join us for opening night, Saturday, November 6th. Puck drops at 7:10 at West Banco Arena. Kick the night off with a pregame fan fest with inflatables for all ages, plus postgame autographs. And each fan takes home a magnet schedule. Gotta get back to the excitement of Nailers opening night. Buy your tickets now. Call 304-234-GOLD or go to WheelingNailers.com.
Hello, everyone, from the Watchdog. I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Thursday. Under mostly cloudy skies, a few peaks of sunshine, a daytime high near 68 degrees. You'll see a chance of a few passing showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two through the overnight with a low of about 48 degrees. With a high near 58 degrees, it's likely to see a few showers and storms around for your Friday. Keep the umbrella handy going into the weekend. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, the Watchdog.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, tell there are no rich no more. Population keeps on breeding, nation bleeding, still more bleeding economy.
Well, it's Halloween, and we have 3 employees of West Banco wearing their costumes. Let's start from left to right. You are?
I'm Ryan.
And you are, sir? You're new to me, so I hope you're not a druggie off the street.
No.
Because you know these guys, they hang out with anybody and everybody.
I'm Dubber.
What do you do?
I drive the Zamboni.
For the Nailers games?
Yes.
Wow. They pay you well?
Yeah.
You make more money than DJ Abasella? He's got 5 jobs, so he's got to make more money than you. He keeps telling me every year, we're going to be real good. We're going to be real good. So I hope they're real good. And Army is a guest here. The coach?
Yeah.
We won't have him on too long because he's a Yankees fan. So.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
Real good guy.
They just got to win, you know?
They won last night.
Yeah. Who did we have here the other day? He's their bouncer. He's a guy you don't want to get physical with. You remember his name, Lola? Was it Devin?
Oh, I should remember it too, but
Me too.
yeah, you really should. You're the host.
See? She's disguised as a mean lady. How's that? And you are?
I'm Josh.
Yeah, Josh. You seen any flying saucers or talked to any Martians lately?
I have.
Yeah, have
Yeah,
you?
well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is Halloween. Who knows? Maybe the Martians are going to come down here. Maybe tomorrow night.
Tis the
Costume
season.
party.
Oh, perfect time.
They might re-roll. And then if they don't want to pay me, they might zap me.
Be careful, Bill.
That'd be a great story, huh?
Bill DeFabio.
I'd be in the Wheeling. I'd be in the Wheeling newspaper, although they won't print it till next week. Oh, did I take a shot at Mr. Nutting? Yes. I don't like getting my Sunday paper on Saturday. I really hate it. And he owns a paper in my hometown, Washington. So, Mr. Zamboni driver, how long you been doing that?
Around 8 years.
Yeah. Are you always like, have you ever run into the boards or anything, or run over any referees you didn't like?
Yeah, a couple mascots here and there.
See, his ratings was down last week, so he had to bring us in, is what it is. Yeah.
I mean,
bring
you
us
got to be a
back.
pretty
Had
good
to bring us
driver,
back.
right? I watched the guy, the Penguins, and wow, how come he hasn't hit the board? I don't know. I got on one of those a long time ago, and I'll never get on another one. They left me in control. I thought I'd have power steering and everything, power brakes.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You can get that on the ice.
No. So, how long you been doing it?
8 years.
Okay, all right. Is that your only job there? Because everybody there has
No,
tires.
I'm full-time maintenance.
Full-time maintenance. Okay. So you work with these guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are they good guys? Well, the guy to your right's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh, is he a little bit?
He's the man.
Yeah, but isn't he inconsistent between the ears? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Josh, what's that thing on your? It looked like an Oakland Raider.
No.
What is that?
No, it's nothing sports.
Okay.
It's all music.
Well, let me see that. It's production company?
No, it's a band called The Movement. It's a reggae band out of South Carolina.
Okay. Are you part of the band?
It could be. Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Monster.
There's no smoking, no drinking, no cell phones on this show. What is that? But I look.
Monster.
Monster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ultraviolet.
What's that do for you? Does it energize you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's that thing that's in my refrigerator at home? Something Bull?
Oh, Red Bull.
Red Bull.
What's that do for you?
Give you wings.
Yeah,
it gives
I
you
would
wings.
drink it, but I think there's too much sugar in it.
That's good. Put Jaeger.
Sugar-free.
That's sugar-free?
Yeah.
Just add some Jaeger to it. You'll be
Diabetic.
fine.
Are
I'm
you
trying to be a
diabetic?
good boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take pills or insulin or both?
Both.
I do both too. Do you know the one pen I take? It starts with a T. I can't pronounce it.
Trulicity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Canada, it's $6.99 a pen.
Really?
Yeah. Everything's cheap in Canada. In Italy, I'd get it for nothing. Italy, they got what? Free health care for everybody? But the closest doctor or hospital to my sister is like 60 miles away. So I'd be dying of a heart attack and wait till next week to get an ambulance.
Yeah.
There's no pluses to that. You're healthy, right, Ryan?
I hope.
Yeah.
He's still a young buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, look at him. He looks like a Leave It. You remember Leave It to Beaver? Is that? Look at him. Look at that smile. There you go.
The Beav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Josh look like?
Like
a man hunting to go to jail. Yeah. Why don't you
Sure.
wear your sunglasses?
Because you always, you know.
Okay.
Well, that's sure.
Oh no! Don't put no sunglasses. No sunglasses. I got to get this plug out of the way. Hey, fans of guns, and I'm one of them. ARs, AK-47s, ammo, all kinds of guns for men and women. We got it. Gun show coming up. People have asked me
It's
about
the
this.
gun show.
January 8th and 9th. They advertise on here, so be nice to them, will you?
It's the gun show.
The gun. What's that?
It's the gun show.
Like your muscles are the
Your
guns.
muscles are your guns. It's
My
the gun
muscles-
show.
My muscles are shrinking. You have any muscles, Ryan?
Maybe a little baby muscle. Yeah.
Okay. Just take care of those babies, okay?
My only job, really.
You don't have a fourth one coming, do you?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are
Give
you
me some,
married?
give me some time.
Are you married?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does your wife work?
Yes.
Okay.
We own the Paradox Bookstore down in Center Market.
You do. That's one of my favorite bookstores.
Yeah.
I wanted to work that place and not get paid for it, so I could read your old Playboys.
Yeah.
You have a nice collection of Playboys.
Oh, yeah.
And sports books.
Getting low.
Are you? I got
So
a lot.
if
You
anybody has old Playboys,
I got a bunch.
oh yeah.
How much you give me?
I don't know. Get
What-
talk
what-
to her, man.
What kind of year are you talking? Like
Yeah,
what year
80s,
span are you talking?
90s,
80s and 90s.
Okay.
70s.
I got a couple from the 50s, not Marilyn Monroe because that one's worth a lot of money. But I just sold, he was on the cover with the centerfold. I checked the centerfold first before the cover. It's usually the same girl. Donald Trump. He's got his arms around her. It was like 1990, okay? Before we learned who the real Donald Trump was. A little bit on the whack side, but we're all whacked. And I got, I think, $35 for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I think you and Deborah are hitting it off. You talking about diabetes, swapping ideas, swapping Playboys
Yep.
now.
Swapping
You guys-
Playboys.
Yeah.
Well, are you a gun enthusiast?
Huh?
Are you a gun enthusiast? Yeah.
I own an
Devils.
AK.
Yeah. By the way, ammo's cheap now for AK.
In a real AK.
Yeah, well, you think I got a plastic one?
I could see that. I could see him in the plastic.
Yeah, okay.
Cowboy Bill.
Yeah, yeah.
How about, what's his name? Alec Baldwin?
Yeah.
How about that story? There's something
Yeah.
strange
I
there.
don't know.
Was he
Crazy.
playing
Bull,
around
man.
or something?
No. The crew members walked off 2 days before all that because they were under unsafe category. So yeah, there was something else up.
And the one guy that's involved got in trouble a couple of years ago when the same thing happened.
Yeah.
I wondered, what did I watch last night? Because I counted all the dead bodies. I'd like to do that, watch a movie over again. John Wick kills like 42 people in John Wick 2. I mean,
Jesus.
that's a lot of bullets, a lot of guns, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why you can't beat Kill Bill when she kills all those guys with just the sword. What is
Yeah.
it, like 99 guys or 77? or something
82,
like
I counted them.
Yeah.
I do that because I'm nuts. I like to the backgrounds of all these movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like The Robot, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Mm-hmm.
This is Halloween, so we can talk about scary movies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That robot, his knee is bending. Okay? That was the guy that was in, he played one of the Martians, Invaders from Mars. He used to be a host at, what's that Chinese place called, Lola, where they show the movies in Hollywood?
Grauman's Chinese
Yeah, he was
theater.
he was a host there, greeting people. You had to look up in the sky. Yo, how you doing, buddy? But he got all those movies where they played, where he played a big part. And I think he died of diabetic too. So, but diabetes, the medicine's gone a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You take metformin?
Oh, yeah.
How come I read that's no good for you?
I don't know.
But the doctors, my doctor says, we'll have to put you on another drug,
Yeah.
which they do. Go to the drugstore. I think it's all a scam. And I remind my doctors they're not God.
Yeah.
They remind me I'm crazy. Well, they're right there, yeah. So, Josh, you do anything for Halloween?
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing? You're
I'll
too
go to-
old to
I'll-
go trick-or-treating.
No. I'll go trick or treating this year.
Yeah, what are you going to be dressed as?
Probably you.
Yeah, that's
Don't bring
honestly,
him here anymore, right?
Probably you.
Yeah.
Probably you. I want that shirt.
I heard it's one of the hot costumes this year.
Yes,
It's
the
vintage
Fabio
to
mask.
Fabio.
I can see the Biden mask, the Trump mask, and the Fabio mask.
It's just
I seen it. It's out there.
Well,
It's out the Spirit Halloween
I
store.
have a
yeah.
USA hockey
Stages.
shirt, okay?
Yeah.
I was going to get a hockey stick from DJ, but he says, we can't give those away. You might not return them. And wear that mask from, what was it, Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll be taking the tickets and stuff. I want to scare some people. Maybe I just won't wear a mask. What do you think? What are you going to be dressed up as?
Who, me?
Yeah, no, you.
Jason.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
You coming down to the
No.
costume party? You know what first prize is? It's a Route 66 cruise with Denny Magruder.
Whoa!
Hell
A
yeah.
whole month?
Is
Wow.
he home yet, or is he cruising
He's
Antarctica?
Oh, he's back.
Sounds like he's going back on the road though pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh boy. Today is, by the way, guys, I don't know if you've ever been there. I just mentioned it and I forgot. Today is Liberty Day, Statue of Liberty.
Oh.
You ever been there?
Yeah.
I've
been
been to
there
Ellis
once.
Island. Okay, I couldn't get in Liberty because it was closed. I don't know if they were painting it or what. I
And
guess
you were
you
just
could
a
go.
baby when you came to Ellis Island though.
I was. 56 more days, you would have never heard of me because I'd have been born in Italy. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah. What, Josh, you think I should have been born in Italy so you don't get to come on this show?
It's all right. I'll start my own show. It's all good.
Yeah, okay. You want
Then
your
I'll,
own show?
then I'll invite you to my show.
Okay. You want your own show?
Sure.
Okay. We don't pay you, you know.
I know.
Okay.
I'll do the 2 to 3. You do the 1 to 2.
I'm only supposed to do 12 to 2, but that's okay.
That's all right.
You'd like to host your own show, really?
Sure.
You line up guests?
Sure.
Can I still be here as a co-host?
Sometimes. I got these guys, man. Why would I need you when I got them?
Well, you got Lola, too.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean, oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
She runs the show.
I know.
She could shut your microphone off in
Oh,
a
I
second.
know.
Lola,
But she would know not to.
watch this.
Yeah.
I want you to shut his phone off.
Why?
Mike.
Can't do that.
He hasn't done anything to offend me.
See?
Okay, all right.
Matter of fact, no.
Prizes tomorrow night for top 12 costumes, and there's a cash drop,
Nice.
Ooh.
which I'm not allowed to, sometimes they put in a 10 or 20 in there. I could use a couple of those. Doors open at 8 p.m. I think the admission is $8 or $10. It's a great deal. First prize, it's a grand prize, 3-night stay at Daytona Beach. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'd sell that.
And that's tomorrow?
No, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Josh.
I won't be there, but okay.
Okay. What are you going to be doing tomorrow night?
I'm busy.
Okay. What are you going to be doing?
I'm working.
Yeah. Ryan?
Nothing probably, but
Babysitting.
I don't think I'm going to be allowed to go to the River City's costume party.
Yeah.
I don't think the wife will fly for that one.
We got to set up for the OVAC cheerleading.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We have
Yeah.
cheerleading, OVSA cheerleading competition.
It's Friday morning, Saturday morning. So yeah, we couldn't get a party anyway.
Yeah.
We work too much to party.
Okay, what's this thing Saturday? Cheerleading contest?
Yeah.
Like all the cheerleaders in Ohio Valley competing?
Yeah.
Junior high.
Yeah.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you guys are judges.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just built a basketball court. That's all I
you
do.
got to put
Yeah.
these, we'll have to cover the ice up.
We'll be doing that.
Same basketball court they use for the MEC? You set that up?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And then later that night, your favorite thing, the doo-wop.
The doo-wop.
I won't be there.
Why
Oh,
not?
what's wrong?
Where will I be?
The doo-wop.
Oh, I'll be working for ESPN security for the Pitt game.
That
Where
sounds cool.
West Virginia, are you West Virginia Mountaineer fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a Pitt guy. How about you?
Mountaineers.
You?
I don't care.
Good. I don't care.
I
I
don't
watched
care.
them on ESPN the other night.
I don't
care. By the
Fun
way, I
fact.
got the wife one of these. When we go out to the restaurant,
Yeah.
we're both going to wear these.
There you go.
So people will talk about us.
Yeah.
And she takes care of my light work if there's a fight, you know. You don't want to mess with Mary Ann. She's a beautiful blonde, but she's built like a linebacker. Yeah. I showed you, didn't I show you what she did to me when we wrestled in the living room 20 years ago? Torn.
Jeez, look at those guns. Look at those guns, man.
Those guns.
Guns. It's the gun show. It's the gun show.
We got in an argument. You know, she's Irish, German, and I'm Italian, so we don't get along at times. And she said, clear the furniture. And I'm saying, I'm going to kick your butt. We wrestled. I took her down in 5 seconds. Give her a single leg down. I wanted to lift her up, and when I put my arm behind her back, don't look at your cell phone. Put my arm around her back to flip her over.
Oh.
And to get it fixed, because football players get it, they cut you all the way down and staple.
Oh.
So I got to live with this. You know, and I know not to mess with her anymore.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like dinner, I'm going to say, honey, that was the best meal I've had all day. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't fight with a woman or a girlfriend or whatever. I learned a long time ago, don't mess with Lola. She's from Michigan, and she's a bad individual, you know?
Yes.
All right. But she's a good girl.
Man, don't look at your phone.
Bill, come on,
What are you
man.
doing?
Jason will be here with food at 2. That's what I'm reading.
Okay.
Okay, you couldn't wait.
Well, why
for
didn't you
break?
schedule us at 2? What the?
Yeah, where's the
Because
food
Jason
at?
couldn't come between 1 and 2.
Well, that's not my problem.
Well, hang around. He'll probably bring the food at 2, and you can have some. No, he ain't
Jason,
maybe.
we want food too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening right now,
Gee, you got
add 3.
Yes.
Okay, well, whatever, you know.
Hey, man, I brought you milkshakes. I don't want to hear it.
That's true. Josh came through. He called from the drive-through.
I called from the drive-thru. Sorry, Lola, you missed that. You were at the beach or something. But
Yes, I was at.
yeah.
Then he shows up, you know, and whatever. Yeah, whatever. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
So these guys like to play tricks. What's your first name again?
Dubber.
Who?
Dubber?
Dubber?
Yeah.
What the hell kind of name is Dubber?
It's a nickname.
Dubber? Well, what's your first name?
John.
John, okay.
Nobody knows it.
Don't you dare call him
No,
John.
man.
Nah,
No,
right,
don't.
cross out John.
Yeah, I'm going to call him John. Because I can't spell dumber.
Dubber.
Or is it Dubber? What is
Dubber.
it? Oh,
Do
Dumb
you-
and Dubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, what are you?
I'm here.
Okay.
And you're lucky.
I'm like the guy on Dumb and Dumber that eats the rat pills by accident and chokes and dies, and you guys laugh about it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. By the way,
I don't even know where I'm at.
thanks to you, I have the whole complete set of all the X-Files. I've been watching some of the X-Files.
Well, you're welcome.
A lot of it is about aliens and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
E.T., you know?
Yeah. Well, they're coming back, so it doesn't. I
And
mean,
a
they
lot of
are.
it is what, you know, the government tells you is not always true.
Well,
phone.
oh yeah, dude, they're coming back
Yeah, they're coming to get you, Bob.
for you, sir.
All right.
Great.
Soon.
Did you guys see Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of the participants who are still living. I was supposed to have on 2 tomorrow, but they're making a lot of money at Halloween shows. So.
Oh, yeah.
John Russo, I forgot the guy who wrote a book about behind the scenes of Night of the Living Dead. My brother-in-law, the only one I really like, well, the one in North Carolina is a good guy. But Joe was in the 3rd one made in Washington, PA. You see him in his fenced area with chains, hitting the zombies in the head and stuff. He wanted to, at least to say one word so he get paid. He got $10 and 2 T-shirts.
What do you say?
Well, he didn't say anything. But if you say a word or something, you got to get paid residuals. I don't know how that works.
No.
You know, I was never in a movie. So I was in Martha's Vineyard where part of Jaws was, but I wasn't in that movie. Thank goodness.
I've been in a couple music videos, but no movies.
Well, what kind of music videos? Popular ones like U2, Beatles?
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a guitar player or a drummer or anything?
No, I used to be a vocalist.
Oh, okay. Used to sing?
Yeah.
Don't sing on this show.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You can sing on my show when we do our own show.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to hear a little something?
Well, we're going to take a break. You need to warm up or anything?
What?
You have to take a little thing out and go "Boo," before you start singing like to do with the national. Yeah, what is that they do before the national anthem? I watch them, they go.
Yeah.
What is that?
They're tuning.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
playing the
basically
notes,
just,
yeah.
the good pitch, yeah.
Yeah, when we have people singing the national anthem at the Wild Things Park, they like put a little thing in them. What is that called, Lola?
I don't know, but it's just that it's the right.
It's just pitch.
Tuner
Get
like
the, yeah,
pitch there, pitch, yeah, okay, pitch, okay. Don't forget, folks, tonight a little bit of West Virginia, a little bit of Ohio State right here on your Voice of the Ohio Valley. Neil Brown Coaches Show, 6 to 8 p.m. on both radio stations. And Buckeye fans, listen up. The Ryan Day Weekly Coaches Show, 9 p.m. WVLY. That's tonight. Why? Because we like you, especially if you're a sports fan, or a rock and roll fan, or a fan of the employees of West Banco. They may be crazy, but they get the job done.
Every time.
Every time. You know, don't ask me, because I don't care. We'll be right back right after this, and our new singer. Oh boy, he's going to probably he's going to be auditioning for the M80s. Maybe Butch won't like him, but Butch will be with us tomorrow. We'll be right back.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Chris Lawrence. The Marshall University Board of Governors has selected West Virginia native and Marshall alum Brad Smith to be the next university president. That announcement coming in the last hour as the Board of Governors met in Huntington. The announcement is subject to contract negotiations with Smith, who will replace Jerome Gilbert, who announced he would not seek a contract extension and will leave the position next July. Also, we expect to hear later today from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Charleston in connection with an arrest that was made overnight after a suspicious device was found on 3 different boats and barges in the Ohio River in recent days. The person arrested in Marietta, Ohio, is in the South Central Regional Jail. The Berkeley County Grand Jury handing up indictments against Berkeley County Clerk Elaine Mock, who's charged with theft of a storage unit that belonged to a predecessor. She's facing 5 counts that include petty larceny and burglary. The 74-year-old Mock is alleged to have had the locks on the storage locker that belonged to the estate of the late County Clerk John Small Jr. cut off and removed many items. The indictment says she also directed county employees to help in that effort, though none of them are named in the charges. The American Legion post in Hamlin is now named for a favorite son, Chuck Yeager. Matt Burton is vice commander of the post and says there's a reason why this didn't happen earlier.
You can't name a post after a living veteran, so we had to wait till General Yeager passed in order to rename the post.
Yeager was actually a member of Post 111 for 42 years. He died last December at age 97. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. Yeager Airport is moving ahead with the exploration of the next generation of aircraft and looking to retrofit their facility to accommodate those electrical aviation vehicles that will run entirely on battery power with recharging stations on site. Repeating our top story at the noon hour, the Marshall University Board of Governors has selected Brad Smith, Marshall alum and West Virginia native, to be the next president of Marshall University. More at WVMetroNews.com. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on the Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The Houston Astros evened the World Series last night with a 7-2 win over the Atlanta Braves. Jose Altuve hit a home run for the Astros in the victory. Travis d'Arnaud homered for Atlanta. Series is all square at 1 apiece. Game 3 is set for Friday night in Atlanta. The Sun Belt Conference has announced that Old Dominion will become the 14th member of the conference, joining the conference no later than July 1st of 2023. Coming up Sunday afternoon, it's the final race of the round of 8 in the NASCAR Cup playoffs as the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia for the Xfinity 500. The top 4 after Sunday will advance to the Championship 4. Download the Score app today. Lightning fast sports alerts so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by the Score on the Watchdog.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With just one spray of Microban 24, your hard surfaces are sanitized for up to 24 hours. Touch after touch after touch.
So 6 hours from now?
Still sanitized.
12 hours?
Yep.
18 hours.
We're really doing this.
24 hours.
When used as directed, one spray of Microban keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria touch after touch for, up to 24 hours.
Wow.
Microban 24. The sanitizer 4 out of 5 doctors would use in their own homes. So why aren't you?
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
October is Fire Safety Month, and Menards has what you need to keep your home safe. From smoke and carbon monoxide alarms to fire extinguishers and more, Kidde home safety products keep your family protected from emergencies. Right now, all Kidde safety products are 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through October 30th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey! Hey, buddy! Yeah? You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go, 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure. I mean, you being a mountain climber and all,
Yep.
you probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson at the Highlands, home of lifetime powertrain protection. Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to
This
Jim
is Hoppy Kercheval. Join me weekdays at 10 o'clock right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe or Talkline. I have guests, conversations, texts, phone calls on all the big stories affecting us in West Virginia. So tune in weekdays right here on FM 98.1 and FM 97.7, The Watchdog.
This hour is particularly great for me because anytime I have these guys on, I let them do the talking, give me some ideas. We have a lot of fun. We rip on each other. That's why we like each other. Right, Josh?
Yeah, I gotta go put money in the parking garage, or parking meter. I'll be back.
No, you don't. Josh, food's coming.
I'll be back.
Okay, thanks for the warning. Yeah, okay. Is he married? Are you married?
Wow.
That's a whack job, ladies and gentlemen.
That's always interesting.
How do you work with him?
He had to go, I guess. He had to go put money in the meter, I guess. That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean a meter? Don't you guys have a parking place down there?
That sounded suspicious, but.
All right, we got
You
the
don't want to
Zam-
get a parking ticket here in Wheeling.
$10.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Washington, PA, 25.
That's
If you don't pay it in
insane.
24 hours, it's like 35. You can put a quarter in, you're lucky to get 10 minutes. That's why there's no business. There's just law offices, tattoo shops, and 15,000 pizza places. But you can't park. Whatever. We have a guest on the hotline. This ought to be cool. Hello, you're on the air with now John, the Zamboni driver, and
Dubber.
Dubber. No, that's not Dubber.
I'm Dubber.
Yeah, that's who's that?
I'm
Dumber.
Ryan.
Dumber and Dunner, whatever. Hello, who are you?
What's going on, Dub?
What up,
no.
DJ?
Oh, no.
What's the topic of conversation today?
Everything.
Literally.
It's all over the world.
Yeah, we talked about your big mouth, how Lola can hear you across the river, and how I can hear you at the restaurant.
Perfect. You can hear me a time zone away now, I bet, huh?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? We can do a commercial. Hey, I thought the guy, I thought he was a street guy or homeless guy. He walks in here with an ugly shirt. Cannibal Corpse?
Cannibal Corpse.
That's got holes in it, right?
Yeah.
There's holes in your shirt.
It's vintage, man.
It's a holy shirt.
It's a vintage shirt.
I got this beard. I just thought, boy, they got him off the street. But then I find out he's a Zamboni driver. Wow, you talk about a celebrity, DJ.
That's right.
He's the best, too. The fans love him.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Does he get crazy on the ice, or does he do his regular job?
He does a great job. And he gets interacts with the fans, too, which is perfect.
What do you mean interact with the fans? He has a beer with them?
When it's Halloween, he'll throw trick-or-treat candy.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Throw candy. I dress up.
He gets into it.
The last Halloween game I drove as Freddy Krueger.
Oh, boy.
We wore kilts for the St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we all had kilts on.
Never had
Kilts?
a kilt. Yeah.
Josh had kilts?
Josh did
No.
not wear a kilt, no.
No, no Josh.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't see him in kilts. That's like a science fiction movie.
It was us two and Matt Allietta.
Yeah. Who's Matt?
He's the merch guy for the Nailers.
Okay. All right. DJ doesn't have that job, too?
No, he's a member. He's another member of the Big Beard Club, too.
Yeah.
DJ, I'm looking at the Christmas gift you're going to give me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Wheeling Thunderbird shirt.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Have you seen him?
Maybe.
Wait a minute. You work down there, DJ.
I don't see everything.
Oh, it's a great shirt. And you're doing that, what, anniversary thing?
Yeah, 30th season.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Wheeling Thunderbirds, I like it. Even if you give me half off, I'll buy one.
There you go.
All right?
Perfect.
And Lola would like to have one for Christmas, too. Maybe I'll buy her that for Christmas instead of a six-pack.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. No, she don't get a six-pack and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, well, maybe. Her birthday's... When's your birthday, Lola?
Coming up.
Okay, all right. I got to remember that.
That's
I'll
coming
just
up.
text down
My
Derek and
birthday's
let him know to
Tuesday.
add it to the hoodie.
Oh, we got 3 Scorpios here.
Yeah.
Lola, you and me. All right. Yeah, I didn't I thought this guy, it's another joke they're playing on me. I just picked this guy off the sidewalk.
You don't play jokes.
Found him down at a riverbank, sleeping with a tent.
Yeah, no, you're in front of 7-Eleven. You got a quarter? You know? That quarter gets you, what, 50 cents parking?
How do you think I got this monster?
Yeah. Would DJ drink that? Monster energy drink. Would you drink that, DJ?
No, I don't do the energy drink thing.
Okay, all right. Are you all right, man?
He just does just fine.
Yeah, Josh is back.
She was waiting.
Oh, say hello, Josh.
Yeah.
Say hello to Josh. He
Parking
left
lot.
and he came back.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
It's good, good. I just saved myself $10 by putting money back in the parking meter because she was
Where did
standing
you
there
park?
waiting.
Where'd you park?
Right on the other side by the in front of the record shop.
Well, don't you have a place down at West Banco you could walk up?
Yeah, but I was in a rush. I had to park
Yeah, okay.
closer.
So she's ready to give you a ticket.
Yeah, she
What's
was.
that, $10?
Yes.
What if you don't pay it, like in a day or two?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
See, Bill, that's why I can drink Mountain Dew, because I get my exercise walking up and down to you.
See?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Mountain Dew and fried bologna. That's a classic drink here in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Pepper and rolls.
Yeah, and Pringles.
Yeah.
No, you know what DJ Breakfast of Champions is? Reese Cups and Mountain Dew in the mornings. Seriously. No wonder he always comes in here, he acts like he's high. You know, all that chocolate and everything. So you put one in the win column, DJ. Congratulations. I thought it would be 15 games into the season.
Hey, one more. We get that winning record on this 3-game trip like we talked about. That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, all right. When do you come home?
Sunday.
Okay. When do you play again?
Tomorrow and Saturday.
Wait a minute. You're playing tomorrow when we have the big costume party?
Yeah.
At the River City?
We're in Kansas City.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if you can afford it, but it's called...
Pacific.
It's like the best Kansas City steakhouse. I mean, the best steakhouse in the world. I forgot the name of it. Ate there many times, only because the Steelers were picking up the tab. But you'll find out. Just ask for like the best steakhouse at the hotel.
I guess we're like 7 miles east of downtown Kansas City. We're in a town called Independence, so I'm still trying to learn this area and figure out where everything is. 'Cause I've never been here before.
Okay, all right. Well, congratulations on winning 1. I want to see you extend that to winning 2 when we talk Monday.
How about 3? 3 would be really good. I like 3.
I like 3 too. I'm working with 3. I don't know what they are. But we're going to have Josh co-host the show soon. Well, he's going to be host, and I'm going to be maybe his guest.
Yeah.
Nice. I want to know what all you're getting Dubber into here. I want to find out what I'm gonna put the station on here at the hotel and hear what questions you got for him on how he does the ice.
Yeah, I already asked him that because you know what? I drove. It lasted 15 minutes. The Zamboni in Boston at the Garden. I mean, I was hitting everything. I was crisscrossing, cross-crissing. Well, I didn't know it didn't have power steering or power brakes. I got on that thing. It was like driving a trailer truck. And there was a young guy there, too. He'd been there for like 15 years. He started driving it when he was like 19, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, Jason's coming up for his Halloween party, right? And he's bringing the guys food. How about that?
That's brilliant.
You know? Well, I told him last night, we got to feed Lola. You feed Lola, that means I get to eat. And these 3 guys, when I mentioned it, you know, they thought, well, we want to eat too.
Oh,
sure.
Food.
So he'll bring the food, and they'll probably leave some for Lola and I, okay?
All right.
There you go.
You don't want me to send Lola after you,
No.
John. You understand?
Man.
Jesus, sounds so serious.
Oh, you don't want to mess with her.
I know.
She's a Michigan girl.
I know, believe me.
Everybody from Michigan I talk to are they're tough. They make them tough in Michigan, you know? All right. Hey, say goodbye, DJ.
What about us hillbillies?
Bye, Bill. Bye, everybody.
See you.
We're pretty
hillbilly?
tough.
You're not a hillbilly, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I didn't see you on TV in the 60s. Were you in the Beverly area? Okay. I still watch that show.
Proud West Virginia hillbilly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fridays usually when I do my football show because I don't want to hear any crap from West Virginia football players. I'll try and wear a Pitt hat and a West Virginia shirt. How about that? And I just mentioned today, folks.
I'm not talking football. Yeah. My team's not doing good this year.
What's your team?
Chicago Bears.
Oh. Biff Leonard here is a big Chicago Bears fan. What's even worse than that, he's a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite team? Right? You don't.
I know. I'm not a big sports guy, but
bless you, Josh. You have a favorite team or no?
Just as long as the Steelers lose, I'm happy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just yeah.
Hey, the Bears visit the Steelers.
As long as they lose.
I know.
I think it's a Monday
That's
night.
one game the Bears probably will win.
And the Bears will win.
Okay, well, that's all
I'm
right.
all for the Bears that day. Sure.
I learned 40-some years ago it's all a business, you know?
That's
if
right.
people are losing money, why aren't they selling their franchises, right? Because they make money. The Cincinnati Bengals, Paul Brown, who used to tell me years ago, we make a lot of money if we don't win, you know?
Yeah.
Merchandising, you know? Go ahead and buy a Mike, what's his name? Singletary shirt at the Bears merchandise store. It's like $190.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fans would rather buy a Ben Roethlisberger shirt than feed their kids other than chip chopped ham. You know? And those jerseys are like $180.
Yeah.
Who gets that? Not Ben Roethlisberger.
Uh-uh.
The Steelers and the NFL. You know, the NFL. All
Yeah,
right,
they
how
get
about-
their trademark fees.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all about money. It's all about money. So, Josh, you do anything special on Halloween? When is Halloween in Wheeling?
Sunday.
What's it say in the, is it
It's Sunday, yeah.
What's the times there? Do you know?
I think it's like 6:30, 7:30.
Okay. You have a lot of candy for the kids, or no kids want to come near your door?
Yeah, and no kids coming to my house.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
Ryan knows where I live. There ain't no kids coming up my house. It's
No.
way out there.
Yeah,
I can
it's out deep.
see you on the porch with a Louisville Slugger. Sorry, no candy. Yeah.
I have pulled the chain off of a chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But not that was
Yes.
many, many years ago.
John, what are you going to do Halloween night? You got a lot of candy ready?
Taking my kid trick-or-treating.
Yeah, okay. What is it, 2 hours, 1 hour?
1 hour.
Okay. When I was a kid back in the 50s, no time limit.
Yeah.
I used to go back to the house and get another bag full of apples and stuff. Then I would sell the apples and bananas or whatever they give me to my friends for like a dime. You know?
Yeah, we used to go to the porch lights went off.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody
Just
left
keep
the
going
porch
to the
lights
porch
on.
lights.
If the porch light was off, they didn't have any more candy.
And then my Danny, he was very young at the time. I ran out of candy. You know, I used to give like the dollar candy bars, the big one. I ran out of candy and the kids were coming. And he said, Dad, you have a jar full. I have a Budweiser bottle full of quarters. He said, Dad, why don't you give the kids money? So I would give the kids 4 quarters, right? I want them to leave with $1. Well, word got around the sorry part of town. There's a guy in East Washington giving out money. They came in droves. So I ran out of quarters. I had some dimes. I gave them 10 dimes. I will not do that again. But, you know, it's kids now. They only have like an hour. Some parents won't let the kids go out because, you know, you don't know who's around. You know, Halloween's not fun anymore. So,
Yeah. It's fun at my house.
you getting a lot of kids, Ryan?
Oh yeah, we'll be out with my 3 girls for sure.
Yeah, okay. You giving out good candy bars or those cheap little Tootsie Roll things?
Well, actually, like we're our house on this dead end, and we really get like no.
You
no
all right?
Kids. I'm all right. I get a little
Yeah.
choked up, man.
Dying.
Geez,
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't get too choked up. Food's coming. Food's coming.
It'll be time.
All right, let's start with you, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Scariest movie that still makes you a little bit scared that you watched as a kid or a grown up? Well, you haven't grown up yet, but you know what I mean. X-Files movie?
I don't know.
Are you a Trekkie?
I mean,
Are you a Trekkie? Although
no,
there's not, okay.
no.
All right. Are you like Invaders from whatever? Night of the Living
No,
Dead?
you know a movie that freaked me out? And this was many, many years ago when it first came out, and I watched it, and I was like, and I had to really, it was Donnie Darko.
Oh, Donnie Darko. Yeah.
Donnie Darko,
mentally.
a great soundtrack, phenomenal soundtrack. But after watching a couple of times, I'm like,
That's a scary movie?
there's
Donnie
something,
Darko?
there's something,
Yeah.
you should watch it.
Donnie Darko.
Yes.
It leaves
Can
you
I get
thinking.
that on?
Yes. Yeah, it's more of a mentally like, oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I know it was gore and all that stuff, but this was very,
Who was the star?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, John, your favorite or a movie that still scares you today?
This is what I'm curious, but
Yeah, I'm curious,
what
too.
Dubs says, because Dub's a big horror movie fan.
Yeah.
Now. What would be the one if you're throwing on one movie?
Blood and guts and
at
everything.
a party or something.
Slicing
doing
and
that?
dicing of bodies, zombies, eating people.
It's hard to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing always scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
Sorry.
did we get that, Lola? I did, yeah. Oh, man.
Dirty
John,
Dancing.
I'm sorry.
Dirty
Dirty
Dancing
Dancing
was
is-
not a science fiction film or anything.
No,
It is scary though.
it's scary.
No. You know. I auditioned for that job. I
Don't-
figured
don't-
I could
don't
jump on.
mind.
Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, oh, I thought I could beat him up, but no, whatever. You know.
He's in Donnie Darko.
Is he in Donnie
Yes,
Darko?
he's in Donnie Darko.
You sure?
Yes,
It all comes
yes.
back around to
I'm telling you,
Swayze.
man, you got to watch it.
Patrick Swayze.
That's the one that I would recommend for Halloween. Watch it.
I liked him in The Ghost. I liked him in The
Yeah,
Ghost.
you won't like him in Donnie Darko.
Uh-oh, John. The FCC just called. You're going to jail for 30 days.
Uh-oh.
No, you're not.
Watchdog jail.
I think I got you. I'm not sure. But you got to be careful, John. It's not like you're working at West Bank on game night with these guys, where you can say anything you
With
want.
my mouth, that's like the.
Yeah.
I'm still proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoa, yeah, okay. Denny Magruder, you better have bond for these guys. All right. Scary movie, okay? Don't get smart.
Do I gotta? Is it
I-
confused?
I've,
I might as well get used. I might as well get used to it because I'm
That's
gonna
the
we'll have
power
our own
of you.
show anyway. Okay.
That's the power. You know, if Lola wants to shut me up, she does this. You got that?
Yeah, it's going.
See, when it's
So-
red, it's stop. Green means go.
Okay.
Can you remember that when you drive down Main Street?
Yeah, there's no lights. It's all blinking yellows
Well,
and
we don't
reds.
have a blinking light here, Josh. Now,
Well,
what,
man.
John, what movie?
I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan.
Okay.
Yeah, good Jason movies, just, yeah.
Well, how many Friday the 13th are there?
There's
12?
too many.
Wasn't there a Jason versus Freddy too?
Yes.
I think there was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Freddie used to slice
Oh,
people.
there's
Before
a-
we go to you, Ryan, I know you got to think on this. Who is it, Lola?
Steve from St. Steve.
Steve.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, there's like 4 idiots here working, you know?
You counted yourself.
I count myself.
Yes.
I don't dare say 3 guys and Lola. I don't dare call her an idiot.
I would say there's about 5 idiots in that place.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
At least we're a fraternity, right? What's up?
Gee,
One
thanks.
good thing is this has always been a good hour to listen to radio. Well, that's come to an abrupt end here after this show.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that was fun. Real fun.
You have a scary movie that you can still think about and say, wow, I was really scared at the drive-in or whatever.
Yeah, it was Dirty Dancing.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is scary.
The scariest thing that I can remember growing up is this stupid cartoon called the Banana Splits.
I love that.
It's what I still can't even think about that stuff. If I think about it before bed, I won't be able to sleep. Those were the most ignorant cartoon characters I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it was a cartoon?
Yes.
You couldn't get to sleep at night?
Oh, they came to life and they pranced around amusement parks and oh God.
The Teletubbies are kind of creepy too.
Yeah.
Ryan still sleeps with the purple one, I heard.
Hey, Steve. Steve, come on, man.
He does, the little stuffed animal. That was his favorite growing up.
Hey, I got the St. Clair coach tomorrow, McLean. Who are they playing? I don't have it on my schedule.
I don't know. They're going to kill him, whoever it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. We got Shady Side on the radio this weekend.
Yes, we do. We've been promoting that.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night, big one. Fairfield Christian.
Are you doing the game?
I have no idea. I think that Ames and Storm are doing it.
Ames, yeah.
Ames and Storm.
Yeah. Ames is a big Ohio State fan, right? Yeah. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
Alabama, one of them.
You know what else he's a big fan of?
What?
The McRib.
Oh, is that coming back?
It's back yesterday.
Oh, boy. There goes my diabetes diet.
Suck
I can
to
eat,
it.
I can eat 3 McRibs. Lola can
I
eat
sucked
5.
down 2 of them already yesterday, so the McRib counter's at 2.
All right, McRib to Fabio. Here we go when I go home. I'll be at the Highlands McDonald's. Hey, thank you, man.
Hey, it's been fun listening to the show. I will say the best 15 minutes of the show was about a month ago when they locked you out of the studio. So if you can bring that back, that was my favorite.
Oh, yeah, we can make sure that happens. No problem.
Yeah.
We're waiting for that bathroom break, Steve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. It'd be pretty hard for me to lock myself in the bathroom because I got to lock it inside. Well, I probably could do that.
Figure out a way.
Yeah, with me, I would get off the hot seat and fall down the steps, and Lola would probably say he must have went home.
If you could get in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You never know.
But I did get locked out. Or did you lock me out? You locked me out.
I plead the fifth, man.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. It shut itself.
Ryan, the whole Ohio Valley are waiting for you to tell us the scariest movie in your mind.
Ooh, scariest movie in my mind.
Yeah.
You know what? Those like Freddy Krueger movies always got me because they happen in your dreams. Yeah. Those movies.
The Dream Warriors, man. The Dream Warriors.
Same with Freddy, isn't it? Freddy from the Dreams?
Freddy, yeah, Freddy Krueger, yeah. He's,
Freddy Krueger.
You're, that's why you're sleeping. You can't.
I met him at a Comic-Con. He's a little guy, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy couldn't scare anybody, And
I think it's been the same guy, hasn't it?
Yeah, for like 7 of them. Yeah. Same with Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is in every one of them. They still haven't killed her brother. He took a shotgun shell to the head. What are you doing? What is
Dream
that?
Warriors, man.
Warriors?
That's a great.
What is this? A disc jockey show?
That's from that's a great soundtrack too, Freddie. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. When you host your own show, you can play music off of that right in the microphone.
I will.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's a good soundtrack.
Can I make requests when you're on the show?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Doesn't mean I'll play them, but sure, I'll take
Yeah,
them.
well, that's true too. Okay. So what did you say now? Oh, the critters.
The Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mine was Night of the Living Dead, because they had the premiere in Pittsburgh, and then in Washington, PA, we were like at the Basel Theater, only like the second theater to show it, other than when it was premiered in Pittsburgh. All right. We went to a Thursday show. The football team, Trinity High School, team that I was on. I used to return punts before the game. You know what I mean? The coach, Cy Lane, from Bel Air, Ohio, all right, okay, took us to see Night of the Living Dead after he took us to Angelo's for a spaghetti dinner. Nice. Halfway through the Night of the Living Dead, when they're eating guts and stuff, half of the football team, even the bad guys, started to throw up. And I said to the captain, why would the coach do that? Well, he's a little bit sick. But we all got sick. And then the next night we got beat like 30-2 or whatever. We got a safety. We were awful. We were 1-9. We had a good team. Our junior year, we couldn't wait for the seniors because they were all good. Then they brought in this soccer coach, Art Richardson, from Pittsburgh School. And he took about 9 of our players and made them soccer players, while the football team went 1-9. But the soccer team in his first year was runner-up at the WPIL. That's another commentary. But Night of the Living Dead still grosses me out, although I did a lot of homework behind the scenes, and I've had a couple of the actors on. you know, what was blood and stuff was really, what was the cheap chocolate syrup, Lowell?
Hershey's,
No, the other one.
Bosco.
Bosco. All the clothes were from the City Mission up in Evans City, okay? All right, a lot of the zombies were either the guys behind the camera or the second director. It was scary. When they found this zombie after he ate somebody or whatever, the eyeballs sticking out of the human being were golf balls painted.
Nice.
But you don't know that when you're like 15 years old.
Yeah.
You know? It's like the Martian movie. Kid dreams of a spaceship in the backyard. The Martians put a little thing behind your neck and they control you.
Yeah.
You know?
They
Just
played
like
they played the original black and white down at Towngate a couple years back.
Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, we went down.
They had it at Towngate?
Mhm.
Where was I?
I don't know.
I could have talked about the movie. I
Yeah.
could have brought in a guest. I wanted to have things happening at
Don't look at me. Look at Josh.
4 years I've been asking, let's do something at the Capitol, and
Sure.
I'll bring in some special guests.
Okay.
Okay? Well,
When?
we can't do it now.
Well, it's not
and
my
I'm
fault.
not going to ask anymore. Ooh, we could do it at Jason's place.
Yeah.
4th floor. How would we show a movie, though?
It's easy. They got a little projector,
Wow.
a screen.
You could hire Josh. to do
Yeah,
that
we could
for
do
you.
it.
$5 an hour? And all the beer you can drink?
He doesn't drink really. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. We're selling those, what are those little shots called? Jelly shots or something?
Yeah.
Jelly. Ew.
What is it called?
Jello.
Whatever. Hey, John, make sure you don't come on anymore.
All right.
Ryan, anytime you want to bring him is fine. And Josh, you add to the show. I don't know how we can make this better. I don't know. You lock me out. We get a call from DJ Abasella. You walk out.
DJ!
You call from a drive-through at McDonald's with food. I don't know how we can top it.
We will.
We will. Yeah,
We
they'll,
can do a
they'll
show
work.
from Jill's. What do you think?
No.
Yeah, baby. They're one of our clients. No, we won't go there. It's a family show. All right. Hey, I'll see you guys soon. Nice meeting you.
Same to you.
Wave at me if I go to a Naylor game.
All right, I'll do
Or can I sit with you? Oh, all right.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. President Biden making a last-minute push to get a scaled-down version of his human infrastructure plan over the finish line. It includes expanding child and health care along with funding to combat climate change. That ahead of his overseas trip for the G20 and climate summits. The president taking his message to the Hill today, but it's not a done deal yet. ABC's Karen Travers has more.
We are told that in that meeting today with House Democrats, the president said that his presidency will be determined by what happens in the next week. Do they have something to show for these weeks, months of negotiations? And to him, democracy is really on the line here. We're told he said to House Democrats that the rest of the world is wondering whether the American government can function, whether Democrats can deliver for the American people. He called this an inflection point.
Next week, a CDC panel and health regulators could give their final review on Pfizer's dose for kids 5 to 11-year-olds. ABC's Whit Johnson has more on the COVID
If
shots.
this follows the precedent that we've seen so far, pharmacies and doctors' offices typically won't make appointments available until after the final decision is made on authorization. So let's say that happens Tuesday evening. That means Wednesday morning, parents theoretically can start making those appointments, or they can go to a place where walk-in appointments are available that same day.
A wave of companies boosting the minimum wage, a popular big warehouse chain, the latest.
Retailers across the board have been increasing their minimum wages, many like Amazon, Best Buy, and Target going to $15 an hour. Walmart a few weeks ago raising its minimum wage to $12 an hour. But as Costco, which has one of the lowest turnover rates in retail, tries to retain workers in the tight labor market beginning immediately, its minimum starting wage will be $17 an hour, with many making above that. Costco executives say it's about remaining extremely competitive in the industry. Alex Stone, ABC News.
You're listening to ABC News.
So as you guys know, Mark's gone.
The float artist at Fred's Floral just took off, days before the parade. They need a replacement before business passes them by.
And who am I going to get to finish the float?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. He really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. We're hearing from family members of the young boys in Texas who endured a, quote, house of horrors.
3 boys abandoned by their mother, Gloria Williams, and left to live nearly a year with the body of their 8-year-old brother, who the mother's boyfriend allegedly beat to death. Authorities revealing that the apartment that the children had been living in had no electricity, no furniture, no blankets, and was roach infested.
For you as a mother to watch somebody do that to your child, that's not a mother. A mother doesn't do that.
Says Melody Robinson, whose granddaughter, Gloria Williams' 3rd oldest child, is in Robinson's custody. The surviving boys are in Child Protective Services custody now. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Investigators say criminal charges could still be possible as they look into how production on the set of Rust turned deadly in New Mexico. Actor Alec Baldwin accidentally shot a gun containing a live round. Santa Fe County Sheriff Adon Mendoza says there are still many unanswered questions.
How the live rounds ended up on set, who brought them to the set, and why they were on the set. I think that's the key question that our investigators are focusing on right now.
The shooting killed the film's cinematographer and injured the director. A new study on colon cancer finds young adults with the disease are just as likely to die from it as older people. Researchers say they found an alarming trend of lower survivor rates in patients under 35. The recommended age to begin screenings lowered now from 50 to 45. This is ABC News.
Finding the right Medicare plan may feel impossible, but now it's anything but. With Walgreens Find RX coverage tool, you can compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, making Medicare easier than ever. Easier than picking which true crime doc to watch, figuring out that Wi-Fi password, or putting the duvet cover back on. So if you can do those things, with Find RX coverage, you can definitely Medicare. Find the plan that's right for you by visiting walgreens.com/Medicare.
Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN. The Ohio House has passed and sent to the Senate a domestic violence bill named for a suburban Cleveland school teacher who was killed. Lydia Esparra with affiliate station WKYC-TV in Cleveland has more.
Back in November of 2018, Aisha Frazier was brutally murdered by her ex-husband, Lance Mason, former Cuyahoga County Common Pleas judge. Melissa Graves is with the Journey Center for Safety and Healing.
One of the main pieces of Aisha's law is that law enforcement will be required to participate in training to use a danger assessment tool.
Police will ask 11 questions, and it helps officers determine if a situation is at high risk. Lydia Esparra, 3 News.
And initial jobless claims in Ohio have returned to pre-pandemic levels for the first time, according to the previous 2 weeks of state data. Dave James reports.
The Ohio Department of Job and Family Services reported today that 7,044 Ohioans filed initial claims for unemployment for the week ending October 23rd, the lowest figure of the pandemic, and the second week in a row that claims dipped below 8,000 for the first time since the winter of 2020. Nationally, unemployment claims also fell to a pandemic low of 281,000. Ohio's unemployment rate has held steady at 5.4% for the past 3 months. The national jobless rate is 4.8%. Dave James, ONN News.
And I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
More live and local programming than anyone else in the Ohio Valley. The Watchdog returns in moments.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson at the Highlands, home of lifetime powertrain protection. Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson.
With the weather changing, it's good to know Toyota has a wide range of all-wheel drive vehicles, like a stylish Camry, right now with up to $1,250 total cash allowance. Or go with an Avalon with up to $3,000 total cash allowance. Visit buyatoyota.com today and find a dealer near you. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. Offers may vary for hybrid models. See your dealer for details. Offers end November 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Thursday. Under mostly cloudy skies, a few peaks of sunshine. A daytime high near 68 degrees. You'll see a chance of a few passing showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two through the overnight with a low of about 48 degrees. With a high near 58 degrees, it's likely to see a few showers and storms around for your Friday. Keep the umbrella handy going into the weekend. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, the Watchdog.
Was so much colder then. My father was a soldier then, and times were very hard when I was young. When I was young, I smoked my first cigarette at 10, and for girls I had a bad yen, and I had quite a ball when I was young.
A great tune from the late 60s. Now, we have three more replacements other than the Three Stooges from West Banco. These people like to deal in food. The guy in the middle is in charge of the people who make the food. And if you've never been to River City, shame on you. If you've never been in beautiful Moundsville, there's a great place, not named the Prison Museum, the View Bar. Jason, how are you?
Very good, sir. How you doing?
I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
You better be.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Get your costume ready.
I'm going as a sportscaster.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to wear my Howard Cosell wig, you know what I mean? You want to introduce your guest?
And the Good and Plenty.
Oh yeah, oh, my Good and Plenty
Good and Plenty shirt.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Break that out.
How about this one?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's always a fun fact.
Yeah.
It's on, yeah. Who's to your right? No, let's go ladies first.
Ladies first. This
Who's
is April.
First?
Hi, April. I'm May.
April.
You want to get together? We're together on the calendar.
Oh, no.
No, that's okay.
That's right.
Okay. And I'm not a dirty old man. But I've seen her. You do everything there, right?
Yeah, I host, serve.
You want to put the mic close to you, sweetie?
Yeah, I host and serve and
And she's becoming
everything.
quite a good bartender as well.
Oh, is that right? Can you make a good black Russian?
I don't know how to, but I can learn.
Oh, because that's one of my favorites. If you put too much vodka in, that's so good. Cream de cocoa? Is it cream de cocoa? No.
Kahlua.
Kahlua.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
And a little bit of cream.
All right. So you'll be working tomorrow?
Yes, I will.
Okay. And
She's going to be doing the beer stand.
okay. Ooh, okay. And introduce your chef.
This is Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Craig Aubrey.
Did you make all of this, Craig?
Yes, sir.
What was those beef tips?
They were just marinated beef tips, our bourbon beef tips that we have on menu at the View as well as River City.
And when you know it, Lola's eating now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. I hope she
I've never
enjoys
seen
those rice
anybody
balls,
eat
too.
like that. And look at her. Does she look like she eats a lot?
Oh, no.
No.
Looks like she runs marathons.
Well, we'll leave it at that. Now, is this pizza? What is this thing here? Did I
It's a flatbread.
Okay.
A white sauce, grilled chicken, grilled onions and peppers, a little bit of oregano for flavor, and of course, some garlic, mozzarella cheese, browned up nicely. There you go. A little
How
bit.
come I
little
don't see this
addition.
on the menu, Jason?
Specials. Always specials.
And what were those beef tips again?
Yeah, they were our bourbon beef tips.
Ooh, bourbon in
Those
there?
are on.
Yeah, those are on the menu.
Oh, no, I only took 2. If there's bourbon in it, Lola will eat them all. She likes
And then
bourbon.
run the marathon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Look at that. She's going to eat while we're talking, which is good. That means she's not going to talk. Lola, let me know how you like those tips. I think they were great. And this is good, too.
Well, then you need to try the chocolate-covered oranges, too, because those are just
No, I like
wonderful.
the strawberries.
The strawberries.
Strawberries.
Save me a dozen for tomorrow night, will you?
Sure will.
Well, I'll try the oranges. What is it, chocolate-covered oranges?
Yeah, you have to try that.
It's like a Grand Marnier flavor.
Did you bring some today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're
I'll
in
have to
the-
try one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to try this. Tell people what's going to happen at Thanksgiving buffet down in Moundsville. Go ahead.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving, open 11 to 4. So call down at River City, 304-233-4555 to make your reservation. So open 11 to 4. Greg, you want to tell them about food?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have all the trimmings, your usual.
Well, that's a steal for that price, because I know it's the price
Absolutely.
of turkeys. Even ham's gone up.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, yeah, turkeys are just
Crazy.
If you could find one, they're gonna get thin real quick, and so hopefully
Well, we
our
have turkeys
reservations
on
will
this
pick
show.
up. Quite
3.
There was 3. Now there's 6.
Yeah.
Well, we have turkeys in the morning. Well, I can't say that. Go ahead.
But we are going to have, your traditional roast turkey. Of course, they are going to be whole and shucked off the bone. We're also going to have ham. Then we'll have the usual, your sage stuffing, green bean casserole, homemade mashed potatoes and gravy. We'll also have sweet potato mash. We're going to have, you can't have Thanksgiving without homemade noodles. We'll have, once again, we'll have a couple different dressings. We'll have the homemade sage dressing. We're also going to have our walnut cranberry. And then, you have your vegetables. We'll have corn, green beans, and then your salads. We'll have your cranberry salad, your tossed salad.
That's
maybe
like a buffet.
Broccoli salad. We're going to have a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Well, and you're going to have your dessert, too.
We
We'll
have
have
a
apple
dessert.
pie, pumpkin pie, and probably some pumpkin roll if I can fit it in to make it.
Maybe some of your bread pudding. Your bread pudding.
We'll have bread pudding.
Yeah.
Bread pudding's a tradition. When I was at other restaurants, we had it every single year. It was
I don't
always
want to know
wonderful.
your resume. Did you do anything locally?
Of course.
Okay.
I was actually at Stratford for quite a few years.
Oh, okay.
Stratford Springs.
Yeah, I stayed there a couple of times. Isn't that where you stayed? Or, no?
Ogilvy.
If you're speaking of Ogilvy, now Stratford, it did have a few rooms.
Yeah, 'cause I stayed there, yeah.
Down past the old tennis courts, that
Yeah.
was down in the.
It's still there?
Yes. Yep. Franzheim House, I believe it was.
Okay, all right. That's a nice resume. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I started with Undo's, worked for Undo's for years. I
Undo's?
actually opened Tony and Cleo's when it was original Tony and Cleo's. And God bless those guys, they gave me a great education. And then I went to work with Rocco Basil for quite some time. And then,
Okay.
of course, went to Stratford when Rocco had departed and took it over and ran with it.
What was the name of that restaurant again?
Stratford Springs.
No. Undo's.
Undo's.
I've been to all of them, but I like the one in Benwood.
It is a good one. It's the original.
Oh,
You
that's
can't,
is that
you
why
can't
I like
beat the original.
No, okay.
You know?
And I stayed at a hotel in St. Clairsville for with a, what do you call that? Jamboree in the Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was okay. It was all right.
Well, now we need to get you to Moundsville and stay at the park, at Grandview Park, with the treetop cabins they have and all the.
Is that where your restaurant?
They're so beautiful.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Yep, that's where the view is in Grandview
Is it
Park.
all one place? I can
It's
get a room
located
there and
up
eat
there.
there?
Absolutely.
Because knowing you, I don't have to pay for my food, right?
Well, and we're going to have the RV park right
Yeah.
there too, so you can bring an RV up there, park, and then come up at your leisure, go back to your RV at your leisure, do what you want to
And
do.
Bill will get you on the zip line. Send you down.
You
That'd
have
be
one of
good.
those?
Yeah, there's a zip line
Several.
up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
several. Yeah.
Yeah, with my heart condition?
Yeah.
I'll go
Shape
with
Do I have to wear diapers too?
Diapers are optional.
Yeah.
You're in the air.
I will,
there
yeah.
might be
Oh,
some
yeah.
wonderful surprise.
Knowing Jason, he'll have a camera and I'll be everywhere. Look at the baby on the zip line.
Dropping
I can
bombs
see that.
on me.
There you go.
He baby, he dropped a bomb on me.
Don't sing, be careful. I didn't know I could stay down there. Is
Yeah.
it reasonable
Yeah.
for a night?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and those treetop cabins are beautiful. They have
Are they?
jacuzzis out on the deck overlooking the trees. You're literally up. They're on stilts, so you're literally up in the trees. It's
Oh, I gotta
really
do that.
cool. Really cool.
You know, even if the missus doesn't want to go, I'll go by myself.
I did.
Yeah.
I was there all by myself.
Yeah. Are you asking me out or something?
Yeah, could be.
If you're gonna buy dinner, you know,
You don't have to pay for dinner.
Yeah.
But you know Butch, right? From the M80s?
And
The
Mac-
school teacher?
yeah.
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 Mystery Theater.
But-
Oh, yeah.
Mystery
He-
Theater
he-
dinners,
He
yes.
always gives you nice plugs about Moundsville, and he says it's really a great place to entertain, eat, and I think he mentioned stay, and I'm thinking, well, you're going to stay in Moundsville. They don't have a Motel 6.
Well, it's right there.
Yeah.
You don't have to go far.
Same building and everything?
No, they're different locations, but
Oh,
the
okay.
restaurant.
Yeah,
it's
they're
all
a
close.
couple football fields away. You know, just drive up around the hill.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot about you, but I've just only met you, a couple of times?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were the dishwasher. I didn't know you were the main chef.
I do it all. Just because I'm a chef doesn't mean I'm afraid to wash dishes.
You are?
You know, when you get into the kitchen, you jack of all trades. You know, there's no such thing as it's not my job. You know, we're there to make the business work and make everything go. You know, and this guy snapping the whip on me. You know, I got
crack it.
You know, gotta watch what I
You
do.
know, I've never seen him in a bad mood.
It'd be like NCIS gets smacked in the back of the
It's
head.
rare.
Oh,
Yeah. April, is he a good boss?
Yeah, he's probably the best boss I've ever had.
Well, you can rip him if you want.
oh yeah, she's turning it on. now.
Turn it on.
Yeah, because you know what? I got a platform here, and I
It's
can
all
say
good.
all kinds of things I want about him.
Yeah.
Is he a good boss? Seriously. See,
Hands down, he's the best boss I've
I
ever
met
had.
Bill with Bill and Lola when they had a bad experience.
Yeah. I was ready to deck you.
That's what kicked our relationship off.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lola was right, too. I had to go straighten that out, and all of a sudden we became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all good after that.
Amazing how that happens.
And while I'm ripping him a new rear end, because I got in his face, I was ready to hit him. He's
Uh-huh.
smiling at me like now, like, hey, everything is okay.
It's all good, Bill.
Yeah, you know.
I just wanted to keep your blood pressure down.
Yeah,
See?
Lola got money back and a gift certificate.
That's right.
And then we
That's
became
right.
friends and did some advertising. Yeah, it's all good. But I was mad. Did you know I was mad, Jason?
Just a bit.
I was mad at the hostess. I was mad when I said, I want to
Just
talk
a
to the
bit.
boss.
Yeah.
Well, look, Jason has a bad experience. He'll keep me on hold for a day and a half. All right, if you're in the lobby, I'd like to talk to Jason. That's a half hour because he's always busy. But it's been a great relationship. You know, we've done a lot of great things there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Works hand in hand.
Why can't I get this dinner at River City Thursday? Can I get it?
Because we're down there. We're doing it down there.
Are you having, what, is River City open?
No.
Oh,
It's just down at the Grandview.
You're closed Thanksgiving?
Mhm.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Down
That's
at
a great
Grandview Park.
Look at this. That's a menu. Roast turkey or ham, homemade sage dressing, Green Bay casserole, mashed potatoes and gravy. Lola's already hungry. Sweet potato mash. I'm not a big sweet potato guy. You like sweet potatoes, Lola?
Absolutely.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a recipe for them at home.
All right.
Well, you can come down and try them and let me know how I did.
I will. Thank you.
Walnut cranberry dressing. Oh, I like that. Corn. Cranberry sauce salad, rolls with butter, apple and pumpkin pie. And what's this bee pudding?
That's bread.
The bread pudding.
Well, what
The
happened to
bread.
R-E-A-D?
I thought you could read that.
No, it just says buy.
Ah.
Whatever. Oh, it's a half of an R.
Yeah.
All for $24.99.
Brr.
Tax and food. And kids, $12.99. Can I still get in as a kid?
Yeah.
Billy the
Yeah.
Kid.
And something that's actually not on that menu, we are going to have like a side table with chicken fingers and, nuggets and fries for the kids. Because some kids, we don't want anybody throwing a tantrum on the floor. So, if the little boy doesn't want turkey and dressing, he can have nuggets and fries.
No wings, right?
No wings.
Boy, are they
Not at this
sky high.
price. Never give those away again.
Yeah, I got a couple of friends. That's all they deal in is wings, and their business has gone south.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, it's expensive,
Everything is spent, like we were saying about the turkeys, the
Yeah.
dramatic difference from last year to this year, and, goodness knows what else it's going to affect.
Spam went up.
Gas is getting crazy.
Your spam?
Yeah, I haven't
like
really had
spam.
it for a while, no. But Lola says you can make a lot of things out of spam. So
You can.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to try to attempt that yet. I like those little sausages too. Hormel Vienna sausages.
Oh, yeah, my wife
They
eats
went
the
up a
hell out
quarter
of
a
those.
can.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I'm a
Quarter?
big crab meat guy. It's like $28
Oh,
for a
you
can
can't
of
even
crab
think of
meat.
crab meat.
And my
That-
wife gets 10% off. That's
Oh,
nothing.
absolutely.
That's
that,
nothing.
That puts damper on Christmas parties for like crab dip, things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And that's
Oh.
where we're going to be doing Christmas parties, of course, at River City and at the View also we also, of course, we have the restaurant, but we also have a party hall as well at Grandview Park. So we'll be doing Christmas parties at both of those venues as well.
I got a tip for you, Jason.
Uh-oh.
I always wanted to do a Night of the Living Dead, show the movie. I would bring in some of the actors who are still living, okay, show the film, and do it at Capitol. Well, there's a union problem there, but we could do it in their ballroom.
Okay.
Well, we can't do it now. Why couldn't we do it upstairs at your place?
We could.
It doesn't have to be for Halloween. How would you show a movie? You can?
Couple projector screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the walls are big
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. I can get the movie.
Do multiple. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I told Denny Magruder, it'll be a zombie night at River City. I'm tired of doing your marketing, by the way.
This is good, Bill.
Yeah. And the ugliest or the worst looking zombie, and I don't know who's going to vote on it. Don't ask me to vote on anything. After the costume party a couple of years ago where I had people chasing me in the hallway. Well, you didn't think I was good enough to win anything? I'm sorry. Well, you were a judge, remember that? I don't want to be a judge for anything.
Fun fact.
Even if it's Miss West Virginia, I don't want to be a judge. We could do something like that, okay? And I will donate $100 to the best looking or the ugliest zombie.
Okay.
That'll attract people. That way you get TV stations involved, newspapers. Zombie night in Wheeling.
Oh, that would be so fun.
That'd be so fun.
Yes, it would.
Wait, I want to hear
people
from
love zombies, right?
Yeah, I want to hear from April, okay?
Yeah.
She's a woman, she's young, and she
She's
has
right.
a pretty good
Go
mind.
ahead. Go
April,
ahead.
you got the microphone. What do you think of that idea?
I think it's really smart, like, because especially for people my age. And
How
if
old are you? Can I ask you?
Yeah, I'm 18.
She's a,
Wow. Okay. That's okay. I was working when I
get
was
dressed
14.
up and have something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
And
for
there's
kids
money
my
on the-
age.
There's money on the line, you know?
Mhm.
How many does that hold upstairs? 400?
We could do with dinner, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if do we want to do a dinner?
Do something.
Do
Just
a menu.
appetizers
Buffet style.
anyway or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
We could come up with some interesting appetizers and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
cut off fingers. I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have laying
Severed
around.
this,
You've been,
severed that.
you've been watching Walking Dead too much. By the way, the
We can
producer
always
of
put a
that-
garnish on it, though, to make it look nice.
the producer of Walking Dead, Greg Nicotero, okay? I worked with his uncle Sam Nicotero at Y108. It's Y108. It's a country station in the Berg, so I can mention it. I could do it anyhow. He used to work Saturdays, and I would go into station Saturdays to do a talk show, news talk. Well, Sam would bring in his nephew, Greg, who was about 8 or 9 at the time. He would bring his crayons and everything, and he would draw on the walls. He would draw on the table where Sam was working with the microphones. You know, he would do like makeup on things, you know? And little did I know he was going to become one of the great makeup artists around, and he's now the executive producer of Walking Dead. How about that?
That's amazing.
8 years old, knew what he was going to do.
Knew what he was going to do, and
Yeah.
did it.
And then did it. Yeah. And Uncle Sam, the disc jockey Sam, my friend, was in a couple of George Romero's movies. Crazies, he was in that. I think he got shot in the head with a shotgun. And then he was in the third Night of the Living Dead. So he's got some movie experience. And I
yeah,
didn't know
quite
until 2
experienced,
weeks ago.
yeah.
I was asking a friend of ours, Larry Richard, who does every commercial in Pittsburgh, gets paid a lot of money, and his tie-in is his brother-in-law, Dan Marino. So, you know, a little bit of nepotism there, but he's a good guy. I called Larry. I said, whatever happened to Sam Nicotero? Is he retired? Bill, he died 3 years ago. Ugh.
Ooh.
So that happens, you know.
Yeah, that's always a bad way to end the conversation. Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm going to be 70.
Not here anymore.
I'm going to be 70 next week, and the Dusty Baker, the manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers, is going to be 72. And as a young reporter, I remember interviewing him when he was with the Dodgers. So I feel real old, you know?
I just turned 50.
I know April's
I just
thinking.
turned 50, so I know how you feel. You know, you got these little 18-year-olds over here. There's all
April,
smiles
your
and
future
boots.
job's on the line at River City, because all I got to do is tell Jason to get rid of her.
Oh,
I don't look 70, do I?
No.
Okay. Do I look good looking for 70?
She's thinking older. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
72.
Oh, boy. But, yeah. You think that would work, Jason?
I like it.
And you think it's going to work?
Oh, I think that's an awesome
Put that
idea.
together.
Yeah, we can promote the hell out of it, you know? $100, I'll donate that to you, okay?
Sounds good.
I'll help you promote it, you know, and I'm sure the media would love something like that. Zombie night in
Pick
Wheeling.
a good day. Exactly.
Zombie night in Wheeling. I had Josh here as a production guy or whatever, electrician. He does everything for, he says that easily could be done, showing a movie upstairs.
For sure.
Okay, wow, that'll be
We're interested.
I'm interested in seeing the streets of Wheeling that night.
Oh,
There's going to
goodness.
be zombie people.
Oh, you know what? I know some members of the police department listen because I like to talk about guns. You know what they said? DeFabio's going to cause a riot. I can imagine that. You come early, you park, you walk up the streets, you don't know who's who.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. And they don't have to wear a mask.
I was going to say, they would already have their mask on. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a great night. I mean, it doesn't cost very much to make yourself a zombie, you know? A little bit of blood, powder, you know? A little bit of that coal stuff. That's going to be great. You know, sometimes, Jason, I can't stand myself. But April says it's a good idea. It's always good
it's a
to
good
listen,
idea then.
Listen to the youth. All right?
That's right.
Wow. That'll be good. Yeah, we could have like munchy food or stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah, we could definitely incorporate some food with that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For
we
sure,
definitely
that'd be fun.
incorporated some creepy food.
Yeah, we could throw ketchup at each other, walk down on the streets, and the police will think somebody's been shot.
Yeah.
Oh, we just got to throw a lip to the wall.
I've been trying for 4 years, but, you know, timing is not everything because Denny's got so many events. We had COVID-19, and I didn't know we couldn't have it, you know, at the Capitol because of union, but we could have it in the ballroom. But it was too late when it got to his desk, So I don't know who brought it up. Josh brought it up. You know, why don't we do it at River City?
Yeah.
I should have went there 4 years ago. We could have had a yearly thing, you know? Wow.
Get it started.
But
And to hear a young'un, like to hear a young'un say, you know, it's a good idea. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Especially for kids my age. There's like really, especially if you like live around here,
Yeah.
there's not much to do.
No, I know. Yeah.
That would be cool.
And it's in the evening, you know, get park free on the streets. If
There
we
is,
still have
there
streets.
is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, tomorrow we have the Halloween party. And
Yeah.
we
Is
got
it a
all of our
big,
giveaways
we having
for
a big
that.
Christmas parade this year?
Christmas parade's on.
Where? You can't have it on Main Street.
Oh, sure you can.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just rent a couple tanks to go down the street.
good.
You know,
We already
so
got
you
those
can get
things. Have you
through.
seen those big machines?
You can't get through their cars, holes and
Yesterday,
crevices and-
to avoid a big hole at the bottom entrance, I hit one of those funnels. Didn't do any damage to the car, put a little dent in the funnels, so I hurried up and parked. I didn't want somebody to say, you owe us a funnel. But God bless those guys working, you know? That's a dirty job.
They're doing
They're
their
getting it
job
done.
and they're doing it well. But
You know, I mean, their jobs, they're getting it done.
it's like going through a maze sometimes. You go right, then go left, then go back right, then go back left.
And then they're going to tear up
turn
the
right,
streets
then-
again, right? They're supposed
Probably
to tear-
pave them. Yeah.
No, they're going to tear out trees and stuff and replace it with trees. But from the words of my good friend Frank O'Brien, Bill, when it's all said and done, the city will look a little bit better.
Amen.
But he's been telling me that for 3 years.
It's happening.
Eventually it will.
Yeah.
It
There's
will.
a guy, Jason, you know who he
Great.
is. There's a guy who
Great
better
guy.
never retire.
Great guy.
Yeah, because it takes like 5 people to replace him. Same with Denny Magruder. Even if he's thinking of retiring, I'm thinking, who's going to replace this guy?
Another
You
great
know?
guy.
Yeah. Okay, good. We'll discuss zombie night. We can always have that.
Yeah, we got our Halloween party tomorrow once again.
Yep.
We have all
your
the
costumes
giveaways,
ready?
the cash drop. You know, we got 3-night giveaway going on. So
Daytona
and not
Beach.
too,
Am I
you know,
eligible for the money drop?
Always.
Okay, yeah.
in the mosh pit? Here comes the money.
Yeah. Bill's usually out there in the middle.
Well, no.
And then you got that trip to Daytona
Daytona
right?
Beach.
Yeah, Daytona Beach, 3 days. 2 days isn't enough.
Does
You
that
know-
involve
you
the
need
race?
you
That
need your
doesn't
3
involve the
days.
race, does it?
Yeah.
By the second
race?
day,
Daytona Beach,
Yeah.
right?
you don't
Daytona
want to get ready.
500?
You want to go
Exactly.
more
Beach
day,
trip.
you know? Okay, that third day, now we can get crazy.
Now,
Yeah.
to make this
Unless you
clear,
got
because
crazy the
people,
first day.
people have already asked me, is it just a trip or is hotel involved? What's involved?
The hotel.
Okay.
Beachfront.
You have to find your own way?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, nobody
That's it.
hitchhikes no
The
more.
big.
can get there.
You put your
get
mask
there.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have fun if we do a zombie night. That'll be first.
I like it.
That'll be first, and maybe at the last, we do. But I can get the film. I don't think there's a rights clause in it because everybody's suing everybody. United Artists and people, they didn't get residuals for 30 years. And I hope, because most of the people I had planned to have this year are dying off. The one producer, writer, we had him on the air here about 5 years ago, John Russo. Then the guy said, "They're coming to get you, Barbara." He did that on the air.
You're right there.
Get you.
There. No, that was awful. You stick to cooking. Let me hear that again. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Well, I didn't say it with that tone.
Well, let's hear you.
I gave it a little deeper, creepier, you know.
You want me to get creepy? Here we go. They're coming to get you, Lola. And she'll fight off the
I always
zombie.
like the. I want to play with you.
Is that Chucky?
Yeah, well, Child's Play, or no, the Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery.
That was scary because it was about cats and dogs coming back to life.
And that little boy,
Yeah.
that wanted to play with mommy and daddy.
Yeah. Didn't he slice his mom? Slit her throat and the blood's still gushing out? We can talk like this. April, we can talk like this because it's Halloween.
We got a gusher.
Just Halloween, that's all.
Jason,
That's
you
it.
hang around for the rest of the show? You have to go? You have to go?
Yeah.
She have to go?
We got work.
We gotta go to Moundsville, as a matter of fact, do a business after hours at the.
Okay. All right. Once again, go over this. Or you want me to do it? You do it.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
the voice. You don't. Friday.
Okay.
Radio.
Okay.
Okay.
Say Friday, October 29th in your radio voice.
October 29th.
That's not your radio voice. That's
October.
the doors open at 8. How much is it? It's not on here. $10?
$10.
Okay. What if you come late?
Come in.
Okay.
We'll
all
be
right.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get there early.
Prizes for the top 12 costumes and the cash drop. The first prize is a grand prize, 3-night stay at Daytona Beach.
Word.
Yeah. Do they have to go when you say to go, or can they go anytime they want?
Anytime.
So, if you win, say Bill DeFabio fixes this, which he can, but I go to jail. That's 3 meals a day, though.
3 hots in a cot.
Yeah, and 3 girlfriends, free girl, whatever.
Whatever.
And I'll learn to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'll
Free.
read all those books.
Free.
I'll become a lawyer and get myself out in 20 years. Get free medical, too, right?
All the way, yeah.
All right. It's a 3-night stay at Daytona Beach with 11 other great costumes. There's going to be 12 top costumes, all kinds of prizes, all kinds of cash. Be there. It's a great event, okay? Jason will work on Zombie Night in Wheeling.
Sounds
Wow.
great, Bill. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thanks for having us, sir.
April?
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Thanks,
I hope to
Lola.
I hope to see you tonight and in May. April, May, get it? Thanks for being honest about what you thought youngins coming to Zombie Night.
Of course.
Make sure you tell all of your friends.
I will.
What school did you go to?
I go to John Marshall.
Okay, all right. Home of Brad Paisley.
Yep.
Can you get a guitar from Brad Paisley for me for charity?
I probably not.
Okay, you can. I'll just get him the CD. All right, Jason, where'd you go to school?
Wheeling Central.
All right,
Right
you're
here.
a patriot.
Hometown.
All right. Tom, did you go to school? Not Tom. What's your name again?
Craig.
I forgot. Where'd you go to school?
Bridgeport. I'm a
Bridgeport.
bulldog, yes,
You're
sir.
a bulldog?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a good gun place over there. As soon as you cross the bridge, Bridgeville Equipment. It's
Bridgeport
right-
Equipment and Tool.
Equipment? Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a
they
great
got-
place. You buy
If
guns.
you,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get guns, if you can get the ammo, that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
but,
well, I
you
could
know,
get the ammo.
Yeah.
Okay. They could have used me at the Alamo. Yeah. Can you imagine Davy Crockett with an AK-47? Killing all those soldiers? Yeah, baby.
Back in that day, that'd have been a feat.
Yeah, all right,
technology
yeah.
would have been a little bit further than it now then.
Okay. All right. Well, we found out. Did we find out who our favorite movies were? Jason, what was your favorite scary movie? Hurry up.
That was like the Halloweens.
Yeah. How about you?
My favorite scary movie was the Friday the 13th, 1 and 2 specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Vicky? Vicky? I mean, April, yeah.
May.
June, July.
I always like the Scream movies.
Oh, they were scary.
Yeah.
Because it was like a comedy, you know?
Yeah, that's why I always thought it was funny.
All right. Okay. They're coming to get you, Jason. See you tomorrow night. You want me there early?
Be there.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to dress up. Okay? I don't want to do that. I don't want to
You're good.
scare people. All right?
Just wear that shirt.
Oh, I might.
That's
Well,
all
I-
you need.
I got another shirt. Frank Sinatra when he was in prison. Up here at the coffee shop, you look at the wall, they got all these people like the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger. They were in jail one time. And he has T-shirts of them, you know? I got a T-shirt with Frank Sinatra behind bars. How you like that? The real story of Frank.
Did it his way.
Yeah. Just remember, ask Chuck who killed Kennedy. He knows.
He's got it in his book.
He's got a book out too?
Chuck's got all of his knowledge in the little,
Well, it must be a short read.
Stored away for the future.
Is he listening?
Maybe, quite possibly.
Maybe.
Oh, he ain't gonna kick my butt. That's okay. No, he's a good guy. Jason, the reason you're successful, even through COVID-19, you surround yourself with good people.
Absolutely.
And I hope I'm in that group.
You are.
Okay? And
That's
I
why
like
we're
when you
here.
pay me right away. No checks have bounced, by the way.
Nope. Nope, you're fine. You're
All
good.
right. Thank you for the
See
food.
you tomorrow.
Thank you for feeding everybody here. Lola's smiling, so that means her belly's getting full. All right? All right, I'm going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Lola and yours truly will go over the oldies calendar and tell you what's happening on the Watchdog your voice in the Ohio Valley.
Mountaineer offensive coordinator Jared Parker talks about that challenging Iowa State defense. Hi, everybody. I'm Tony Caridi. That story coming up on today's Mountaineer Report, brought to us by Kroger.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs with private selection gourmet potatoes or cave-aged Murray's cheese and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details. 42 million Americans struggle with hunger, yet 35% of the food in this country is wasted. Those aren't just numbers. They're our neighbors, your daughter's friend from school, the family of 4 next door. The Kroger Company's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is committed to making fresh food accessible to all by ensuring it never goes to waste. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohunger.zerowastefoundation.org.
The Jet Sweep Series has become a big part of college football. Slot receivers line up and go in motion just prior to the snap. The ball is then snapped and they receive the football. Basically, it's an end around. Normally for West Virginia, it's Winston Wright or Sam James getting the opportunity. But last week against TCU, it was Bryce Ford Wheaton. Mountaineer offensive coordinator Jared Parker explains why.
We've got some capable runners with it, but I think that it was. Plus, he is having a year and progressing very good and becoming an A-plus player. And as he grows and becomes an A-plus player, certainly it makes us smart to continue to find ways to get him the ball the way he does good with it. And he is a really good vertical runner. After he sticks his foot in the ground and gets it vertical, he's big and hard to tackle. So it's good business for us to find ways to get it to him, to be even like late in the game there, you saw him carry the guy and step out of just a common little now screen that Winston strained on and got him some room, and he stepped out of it. So a lot of it's just continuing to find the best ways to get our guys the ball with what they do well.
As for Iowa State's defense this Saturday, Parker says he knows all about the guy that calls it all.
They are sound in everything they do. I've talked about it before, but John Haycock, their defensive coordinator, is honestly a good friend, and I got a chance to work with him for a year at Purdue, which seems like too many years ago, but I know he is. He is a great man. He's a great family dude. His son's going to be a great coach. His wife and daughter are awesome, which probably even pisses you off even more, but they're awesome. And he is a proven winner and plays a great brand of football, and his personality, you can see it through their defense. So, you've got to be, in some ways, you got to plan to be just as stubborn as him, because that's what he does well.
Mountaineer coordinator Jared Parker. That's today's Mountaineer Report, brought to us by Kroger, the official grocer of WVU Athletics. I'm Tony Caridi on the Mountaineer Sports Network from Learfield.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on the Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The Houston Astros evened the World Series last night with a 7-2 win over the Atlanta Braves. Jose Altuve hit a home run for the Astros in the victory. Travis d'Arnaud homered for Atlanta. Series is all square at 1 apiece. Game 3 is set for Friday night in Atlanta. The Sun Belt Conference has announced that Old Dominion will become the 14th member of the conference, joining the conference no later than July 1st of 2023. Coming up Sunday afternoon, it's the final race of the round of 8 in the NASCAR Cup playoffs as the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia for the Xfinity 500. The top 4 after Sunday will advance to the Championship 4. Download the Score app today. Lightning fast sports alerts so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on the Watchdog.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With just one spray of Microban 24, your hard surfaces are sanitized for up to 24 hours. Touch after touch after touch.
So 6 hours from now?
Still sanitized.
12 hours?
Yep.
18 hours.
We're really doing this.
24 hours.
When used as directed, one spray of Microban keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria touch after touch for, up to 24 hours.
Wow.
Microban 24. The sanitizer 4 out of 5 doctors would use in their own homes. So why aren't you?
Secure your home with our wide selection of True Bolt lock sets and deadbolts with 11% off at Menards. True Bolt door locks provide homeowners, professional installers, and builders with quality products at an affordable price. The Dublin Passage lock set comes in 4 finishes to match your decor, starting at $8.99 after 11% off. Get 11% off everything. Good through October 30th. Savings are mail-in rebates. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
We're a farm store, a family store, a look what I found store. We're a store made for real people and some real beasts. We're a hey neighbor kind of store and an everyday low price store. We're Rural King, and we're working hard to be your favorite store. Check out the huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' Wrangler clothing at the lowest prices every day, like these Wrangler Retro Bootcut jeans for just $49.99.
Does your child play video games with loot boxes or in-game rewards? If so, it's important to know when video games can turn into gambling. Learn the signs at changethegameohio.org. Teens are experiencing gambling in more ways due to increasing gaming features that mimic gambling, such as loot boxes, gaming skins, and virtual currency. Help prevent youth gambling at changethegameohio.org. This message is brought to you by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Hard times are a way of life for many Americans. Ceylon Pascal discusses their stories in Living on the Edge, a new book she'll talk about tomorrow on the Watchdog Morning Show. Community activist Amy Jo Hutchison is featured on tonight's Jon Stewart's new Apple Plus TV program. She joins us tomorrow to talk about that experience, plus the Friday Roundtable with newspaper editor John McCabe and I, kicking around the week's local news. The Watchdog Morning Show begins at 7. I hope to see you right here. All right. My belly's full. How about yours, Lola?
Yeah, that was all really good.
Oh,
really,
boy,
really good.
Really good. And that Thanksgiving dinner, you know what? For $24, $24.99 per person with everything. I mean, you can't cook at home for that much. Am I right, Lola?
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll spend at least $50.
For two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tax gratuity, you know? Okay, that's, yeah.
Bad thing is, then you don't have leftovers.
Yeah, that's
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it.
I don't know what Marianne's going to do. She's always tired. I don't ask her what's for dinner or whatever. If it's dinner, it's dinner. I can understand how stressful her job is. But I think she has Thanksgiving off. I think Giant Eagles close Thanksgiving. Yeah. I'd like to take her somewhere, okay? It's funny because I was asking her the other night, Giant Eagle makes the dinners, right? You can get dinners, it's like $10 or $11 a piece. We're going to be closed Thanksgiving. Okay. All right. Or I could always go to Shop and Save, they're open, and get a Swanson's turkey dinner. You know, when I was a kid, I lived on those because we sold TV dinners in our grocery store. But there was nothing like the fried chicken in a Swanson's TV dinner. You ever have that fried chicken, Lola? It was good.
It was really greasy.
Yeah, I like greasy, yeah, whatever. It was like $1.99. It was like a pound's worth of food. I mean, it was good. I don't like to look back, but those really were the good old days. Speaking of the good old days, let's go from the present, which is Neil Brown Coaches Show tonight, 6 to 8 on both radio stations. And Buckeye fans, the Ryan Day Weekly Coaches Show, 9 o'clock on WVLY. I didn't think about it until I was driving in today. We have Steve Hellwagon. He's our Buckeye guy. I usually would call Jack Ham, former Penn State great, All-American, 4 Super Bowl championships, Pro Football Hall of Fame. But tomorrow will be like a travel day, and I don't want to bother him on a travel day. All right, here we go. On this date in 1904, fingerprinting was first used by the St. Louis Police Department. Now, unless you watch a whole lot of CSI Miami, they got all kinds of gizmos and stuff, okay? I don't know if they had DNA back then. I don't know. I have no idea.
No.
No? Okay. Benito Mussolini. I think it was early 1980s. I saw his statue in the square in Rome. Somebody took it down. Well, that's because he changed the whole government, because his good friend way back then, he built an Italian empire and went downhill. He had an alliance with a bad guy named Adolf Hitler. Okay. You don't want to mention Benito Mussolini in Italy, even though he hasn't been around for a while. The Flying Cowboy was heard on ABC radio for the first time on this date in 1946, but about 7 years later, at age 3 or 4, I remember watching Sky King on TV. Do you remember Sky King, Lola?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
All right. It was sponsored by Mars Candy. How about that? 1961 on this date. Why couldn't I do this? Brian Epstein was working in a record store in London. He was the owner, and he was working 9 to 11 or whatever. He was asked by a customer for a record called My Bonnie by an unknown group at that time, a local group in London called the Silver Beatles. He didn't have it in stock, so he decided, I'm going to the Cavern Club to check this group out. He was so impressed that he talked to the Silver Beatles. He signed to manage them in a matter of days and renamed them the Beatles. And of course, Brian Epstein, with some leadership financially, made the Beatles very, very rich. The Gateway Arch. Now, we talked earlier about the Statue of Liberty, how tall and everything. The Gateway Arch, which I laid flat on the glass looking straight down, it's a wonder I didn't pass out, 630 feet. Wow, tall. It was complete on this date in 1965. No, actually, it was started and it was completed in let's start all over again, Bill. 1965 on this date, the Gateway Arch was completed. Construction had begun in February 12, 1963, 630 feet high. How high was the Statue of Liberty? That's a pretty good line. How high? 152 feet high. So the Gateway Arch, much, much taller. The Big L. I always used to see that on TV and think, I'm going to McDonald's. Okay? Annette Funicello on this date in 1980. She was a Musketeer. Little Billy DeFabio was a Musketeer. I think I still got my ears. Only it looks like a pimple on my head because I got a big head. Annette Funicello, Cubby O'Brien, Tommy Cole, Sherry Aberoni, and Dickie Dodd joined other Musketeers wearing black ears, white shirts on the soundstage in Burbank, California. All right? That was a reunion celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Mickey Mouse Club. How about that? And I think Kurt Russell was a member of that Mickey Mouse Club. Remember, he was a well-paid child actor for Walt Disney who had control of everything and everybody. It didn't matter if you were young or old. If you work for Walt Disney, you better stick to your contract, okay? M-I-C-K-E-Y. Why? Because we're here to watchdog like you. Ooh, that was awful. Bill O'Reilly on this date got some embarrassing PR. He worked for Fox News Channel, 2004. He was 55 at the time. He settled a harassment lawsuit brought to him by former Fox producer Andrea Macris. You remember that, Lola?
Yes.
What did he do? He was accused of graphically discussing sex on the telephone with her. You go to jail for that? Anyhow,
sexual harassment, yes.
Anyhow, he sued, and he paid her between $3 and $10 million. He should know better, being a journalist in the media. Does he think he's Tony La Russa? You know who I am? Yeah, I don't think so. Whatever. To 2008, something big happened on the internet. Google, okay? Along with the American Association of American Publishers or whatever, Authors Guild, announced a book copyright settlement. Google agreed to pay $125 million to start the books rights registry, resolve legal fees, and deal with other issues relating to authors and online book use. Okay? Does this name ring a bell, Lola? Think of movies. Think of costumes. Think of Psycho and all the great movies. Ethan Head.
Okay.
You know who she is? Costume designer.
Edith Head.
What did I say? Edith what?
Heck or something.
Heck.
Edith Head.
Edith Head.
She was a great costume designer from
all the Twilight Zone. She was the costume designer. She did some on Outer Limits. I remember her because you could watch all the credits in slow motion, like Star Wars, where they go by real quick. I remember seeing her name. She designed a lot of.
She designed so many great actresses' costumes in movies.
Yep.
You know, she was a huge fashion designer.
49, 50, 51, 52, hike, 53, 54, 1963, and 1973. She passed away October 24th, 1981, but she's still alive on the movie screen, okay? Yep, and she did some of the work for Alfred Hitchcock and Psycho. That's probably my top 10 scary movie. Of course, we won't mention the shower scene because that makes Lola nervous. You take a shower with the doors locked, don't you, Lola?
Shut, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's no different than I looked under my bed for 5 years for that pod. I didn't want to become a negative human being with no love, no character, no nothing. But, Charlie Daniels, born on this date in 1936, CMA award-winning musician, guitar, fiddle player. What was a great song that he substituted the Steelers going down in Georgia? What was the name of that, Lola?
Devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah, the devil went down to Georgia. All right, the Steelers are mentioned in Pittsburgh, and then in Dallas, it's Dallas, but that was a big song. Uneasy Rider was pretty good. He was in a film called Urban Cowboy. Was John Travolta in that film? Urban Cowboy?
I think it was him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Dennis France. A lot of people said I look a little bit like him. No, he looks like me. Award-winning actor. I loved him on NYPD. All right, that was really cool stuff. Hill Street Blues, I loved him. He was in a lot of movies. He played the stupid cop in Die Hard 2 that didn't believe there were bad guys there, but Bruce Willis made him a believer. He was also in Die Harder, and Psycho 2, Dressed to Kill, Body Double. All good films. Sometimes you hear The Game of Love, Love, Love. Wayne Fontana, writer, owned the record label. His parents owned the record label. I guess that's why he could record a record. He was the lead singer in the Mindbenders, Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders, one of the shortest songs in American record history. That was a one-hit wonder. He passed away 2020. I hate this guy. And if it was here, I'd tell him off. I guess his wife got, $60 billion in a divorce? I just saw that the other day, Lola. Mr. and Mrs. Bill Gates are separated, and she got like $62 billion. Because he was worth about $130 billion.
Yeah.
That's about half, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He came out about 10 years ago and said, we got to do something about all this, it's a crowded United States, a crowded world, so who knows? Maybe we'll all become Soylent Green. Holly Hunter, or Lorene Hunter, she was the funny lady in Dumb and Dumber and On Any Given Sunday, which was not a good football film. Picket Fences was one of her big stories as an actress. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Good
Picket
movie?
Fences was a good show.
Okay. All right. And she was in All My Children. But I liked her in Dumb and Dumber. Okay? I think that's it with the celebrity birthdays. Wow, we have about 2 minutes. Let's see. Oh, Julia Roberts. How could I forget her? I was a big fan. She was born on this date in 1967. She was in, what was his name? Richard Gere? Pretty Woman?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I've already told you when she was born. Let's see. That's it. Okay. You Belong to Me, 1952 by Joe Stafford. One of her hits was The Wayward Wind. She made millions off of that on Columbia Record. Patti Page was number 2. I Went to Your Wedding. I don't remember that, Patti. And Hank Williams had a great tune. This is Hank Williams Sr. Jambalaya on the bio. Okay. 1960, Brenda Lee, I Want to Be Wanted. I know how you feel, Brenda. Number 2 was The Twist with Chubby Checker. Then 8 years later, he did a remake of The Twist. Sound like the same song as 1960. And Bobby V, who was up at the Capitol a few years ago, he had a great hit called Devil or Angel. 1968, Hey Jude was number 1 by the Beatles. Number 2, O.C. Smith, Little Green Apples. Mary Hopkin had a number 3 song in 1968, which later became number 1, Lola. Did you like it? Those Were the Days?
Yeah, I guess.
Eddie Arnold, my aunt liked him. She played this song over and over again on a 45. Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye. 1976, number 2 was Still the One by Orleans. Good song, good song. Number 1, Chicago, If You Leave Me Now. Well, Lola, I'm going to leave you now. How's that sound?
All righty.
We'll do it again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get out of bed all healthy and stuff. I know you'll be here early working to prep everybody and make sure everything is okay, because that's what you do well. Tomorrow we'll have some fun with Halloween soundtracks and stuff. And we have a lot of great coaches on, because it is a Football Friday on the variety show. Your voice in the Ohio Valley. Don't forget that, okay? Speaking of the Rolling Stones, here they are in Wheeling on the radio. I'm the daddy-o saying goodbye.